Hey, Real Cygnus. Hey, M80. I don't know why it's clear, but the background to the text is clear, and I don't know why. No audio? What? No audio. Okay. All right. Don't scare me. And I want, I won't worry about it.
Yo, Flo.
Anyway, we got dipshit here uh trying to debunk Matt Dillahunty reviewing TFE. So, yeah.
So what's up? It's
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying anything.
good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We are joined by Michael and Roger. Woo, how you guys doing?
Hello.
Wonderful.
Good. Glad you guys could make it. Guys, please hit the likes, share the show. Glad you guys can make it. Yeah, I'm woke up this morning and I see I'm banned from Discord.
Which one?
The whole Discord. I'm not allowed to. I can only read. I can't comment anywhere.
Even on your own?
Apparently for medical misinformation.
Huh, how about that?
What did you do, Flats? What did you do?
I have no idea. I didn't even
Probably spewed COVID bullshit.
send anything or say anything. So yeah,
So, they don't ban you from Discord for not doing anything. Sorry, liar.
weird. Somebody probably
Yeah, I had trouble with it working before, but now it's working. So, that's cool.
reported me for medical misinformation.
I don't really like you can't hardly see the names or anything unless it's black on the background. I might just take that off. Oops, that's not what I want. Where the hell is it? That it? No, that isn't it. That's the one. There we go.
Invasion without me even doing anything.
Screw Discord anyway. It's crap.
So yeah, if you guys are trying to get hold of me on Discord, I can't answer you back. Just to let you know.
I'll remember that. I had Sean and Brenda come into my chat and reported me trying to get a strike on my channel last night. That was
No, I didn't do that. Hey, Westside. So no, I didn't try and report his fucking channel. Little paranoid motherfucker.
Really weird.
That's all they've got, innit? Can't destroy arguments, so they have to get your channel took down. You know, it's sad.
No, never tried to get your channel took down. And yes, I destroy your arguments easily.
Yeah, it's quite crazy. Ah, man. So, did you guys hear Matt Dillahunty is trying to explain the final experiment and how it debunks flat Earth?
no, I haven't till now.
I've only heard the first.
It's a bit
think
late to the party,
half.
though, isn't it?
Yeah, this was 3 days ago from him. That's what I. But I mean, I've only listened to the first minute and a half, so it's weird.
It's awful.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a joy, dude. I'm telling you.
And I did tag Matt Dillahunty. I just got to say, Matt Dillahunty, man, you still haven't actually explained to me how you can disprove God.
Nature creates nature.
That's apparently they think the first law of thermodynamics isn't violated when nature creates itself. So
What in the fuck are you talking about, you moron? What the fuck are you talking about? You do not know what the laws of thermodynamics are, man. You've proven this.
because they think if I say, oh, but it's uncreated, therefore it's not created. No, for it to exist, it had to be created.
No, it didn't.
That's how everything in reality works.
No, it's not.
The first law of thermodynamics is very clear on that.
Oh, okay. Okay, so The laws of thermodynamics talk about creation. You sure about that?
I think Dillahunty's a little misled there. Just a little.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to listen to what he has to say. Exciting.
Let's see. You believe in an invisible, unprovable entity that created everything. Yeah, you're a little deluded.
Stuff. It's just weird hearing him talk about flat Earth. So we'll see what he has to say. You guys up for this? Let's do this.
Yes, sir.
The Atheist Debates Patreon Project presents Flat Earthers and the Final Experiment. Hey everybody, as we end 2024, I thought I would do a video that was mostly a bit of fun because there's so much frustration. We've had to cover so many issues and the world seems like it's just a mess. But I want to talk about...
I know why the world's a mess. You guys got any idea?
Yep.
He's an atheist? That'd be her reason?
It's the end times, man.
No, it's because Trump got elected and he's violating civil rights. That's why. My God, you're dumb.
Bible's very clear.
When are these end times gonna happen, man? When's this second coming gonna happen? I mean, just in this century alone, we've had at least 25, right? That are gonna happen. Hey, Tinkerbell and Dakin. What's up? RT96. Glad you can make it.
And the sad thing is that Matt Dillahunty was a Christian at a stage, and then he became a full-blown anti-Christian atheist. Wow. For what reason?
Right, because he saw through the lies of religion and Christianity.
I have no idea.
That's what I was going to ask. What reason? I can't think of one.
So yeah, it's according to him, there's no evidence for God.
No, there isn't.
Wow.
And according to you guys, evidence is needed. Right? For everything, right? Oh, except for God.
Yeah.
Open his eyes.
But you know what the ironic thing about that is? He thinks there's evidence for a globe, though.
There absolutely is. We've measured it, dipshit. It's been measured. We got photographs from space of it, dumb fuck. No, what's really ridiculous is you think the Earth is flat with absolutely no evidence at all.
Flat Earth Final Experiment. There's a website you can go to. If you search Flat Earth Final Experiment, you will find it. It's the-final-experiment.com. And what ended up happening was there are so many YouTube Flat Earth channels promoting various concepts of globe skepticism, globe denialism, and arguing for some version of a flat or quasi-flat model for the Earth.
Whoa.
No.
Model? What's he talking about?
You don't know what a model is? Really? Still, you don't know what a model is?
Jaron.
You'd have to ask him.
Dakin, I would say Flatzoid's the biggest liar.
What do you mean
Witsit owned up to his lie.
by model,
Well, his one lie.
Matt?
But this is exactly what I was talking with the Natch last night. What model? He says 95 are flat earthers, and this model is... What you talking about? I have no idea what model these people are insinuating onto flat earthers.
What model? The AE map model, the piece of Earth model, that model, the one that's supposed to have a dome, the one that the sun could never set in, or never could be up for 24 hours straight in Antarctica, that model. I mean, if you don't have a model, you don't have an argument. You do not have a dog in the fight.
The only thing I've seen called a model is a map, and a map's not a model anyway. And
yeah,
yes, a map is a model. Yeah, it's a model to help you predict distances, angles of objects, things in relation to you. So you're fucking dumb and you don't even know what a model is.
And to add to that, it's a globe projection.
It absolutely is. Yes. Every flat earth model or map is a globe projection. Means it came from a globe. And the only way it works right is if you put it back on a globe.
Yeah, but not just that. The thing is, it's usually straw manned by the globe position saying it's a model, where the flat earthers literally say it's not a model.
Yeah,
So-
a map would just be part of that model, wouldn't it, Flash?
Yes, a map is part of a model. A map is a visual representation of a model.
Yeah, map can be used in a model, but that's about
Oh, it can be used as a model, but it's not a model, right? Yeah, it is a model.
it.
I don't think they know what they're talking about.
To many people, this is intuitively ridiculous because we have all been taught and accepted the globe model.
Here we go. Is a map a scientific model? Yes, a map is considered a scientific model because it acts as a simplified representation of part of the real world, allowing scientists and researchers to visualize and analyze spatial data. Similar to how other scientific models represent complex phenomena, a globe is another example of a physical model representing Earth. So you're fucking wrong because you're dumb.
I will say, though, the majority of people probably couldn't
Hey, you are Victoria.
give a good defense of the globe model or explain how or why we know that it's the most accurate model.
It's a bit odd. Odd wording. Good to see that he's admitted that it's only a belief, though. Because, yeah, you would thought about the globe. You don't observe it.
Yeah, you observe the globe every time you fucking look outside, man. Every time you look at the ground.
Yeah, from what I remember, a lot of their predictions don't add up half the time. They have
What predictions don't add up half the time? Huh? Which ones?
to change them all the time, like eclipses.
No, we don't have to change eclipses. They work just fine, buddy. We're able to predict the path of totality, the exact times, a decade in advance. Not using the Soros cycle.
Other phenomenon.
Yeah, well, what predictions like?
Like with the last eclipse, I remember they had to change their prediction of where it was going to be exactly. They had to keep moving it.
No, they didn't. They absolutely fucking didn't. Why are you lying, buddy?
Because they weren't very.
But globe's not predicting eclipses, though, is it?
Yes, the heliocentric model predicts eclipses. Oh my god, these fucking people are stupid.
No, but they say it does.
Fucking dishonest to the core.
Well, they say a lot of things.
Bone deep.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly.
And once upon a time, I probably couldn't have either. And maybe I can't right now. It's not a area of expertise of mine. It's not one I address on the programs. It's not one I spend a great deal of time studying. But
Okay, then I find that weird. Why are you talking about it if you don't know anything about it? Don't you guys find
I don't know. Why are you talking about science?
that a bit odd?
Sick burn.
Yes, sir, I do.
So it's a subject I don't study on. It's a subject I don't really know what's going on. But I'm going to tell you guys what's going on.
Same with you in science. You don't understand a fuck all bit of it. But you're going to talk about it like you're an authority, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
Weird.
the flat earthers have tried a number of different models. And
Again, what models is he talking about? What different models?
So, this is what they don't seem to grasp, right? We were all globers, right? We were
We're all globals, and then we got kicked in the head by a fucking mule.
all pillared by models. Yeah.
Hmm.
We've come out of that. We don't need to chuck them in bin and then all of a sudden be scapping around trying to find a replacement. We don't need to do that.
Why would you need a replacement if you already had a model? See, if you already had a model, you wouldn't have to replace it with anything. But see, you have to replace it every time it gets debunked. You have to come up with some new twist, some new angle. That's what con men do.
Not at all.
Didn't FE Core make a couple of different models when they were around?
If Core try to do experiments, you could say.
And failed, you could say.
But no, they didn't have models. They tried to fit it into model, but no, they didn't have models.
Can we define model?
No, you can't define a model. Hey, KB104. Hey, Sir Little Wolf. There's another one I accidentally took the wrench away from. Here you go.
Because
Yeah,
everybody's throwing model around lately, like it's like M&M's.
a model car.
There you go. Yeah, they think it has to be a physical thing that you can touch. I mean, fuck, if you don't even know what a model is, you have no business fucking arguing anything about it.
I think when they try and say model, it's more colloquial term of like with the understanding they think it's scientific, which
Right.
is totally false.
Totally false. Let's see. What is a scientific model? Scientific model is a representation, whether physical or conceptual or mathematical, of a system, object, or phenomenon in the natural world used to simplify complex ideas and make predictions about how it behaves, allowing scientists to better understand and explain observations by providing a simplified version of reality that can be tested and refined. You don't even know what a fucking model is, Flatzoid. My God, how fucking stupid you are. And I've given him the definition of scientific model dozens of fucking times. He's just that fucking stupid and arrogant. Hey, Fkatzoid.
So
Because-
if it's a scientific model, though, doesn't that have to come after experimentation, hypothesis, and experimentation, then come up with a scientific model?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No. It's a measurement. It's what a model is, man.
And I just have to point out, guys, there is no science for shape.
Really? What is the science of shape? The science of shape is called geometry. Holy fuck. Tell us you never graduated from grade school without saying the fucking words. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
No, this geometry.
No science for shape.
Sorry.
Yeah. The globe has no science, so they can't claim a globe scientific model. Although they want to, it's not a scientific model. There isn't a single model for the globe.
No one said there was a single model for the globe. There's multiple models that make up the heliocentric model, but that still doesn't make it not a model. Right? You've got different parts that make up a car. A car isn't just one fucking thing. A car is spark plugs, transmission, drive shaft, engine, body, frame, trunk, tires, brakes. Do we have one single thing that is a car? No, we've got multiple things put together make up a car. My God, these fuckers are dumb. Hey, Christopher Allen.
They
I haven't
have
seen any.
I tell you, fucking Oprah Winfrey better get off her ass and start building schools where he lives.
Yeah, they have multiple explanations for different things, but that is not a model.
Yeah, it is. God damn it.
Yeah, I think
Holy shit. How can someone this fucking stupid breathe on their own? Why is he not in some kind of a fucking iron lung or on a respirator? Because his fucking feeble ass brain just isn't smart enough to think and make and allow himself to breathe at the same time.
I think they got to go and define models a bit better. I agree.
To get
Yeah, I just did here. Here, scientific model. There you go. You're fucking wrong.
make a good
The
working model, you'd
general
have to do a lot, man. I don't think there's any way you can physically do that, is there? To make a scientific model to even match the size of the Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they think that a scientific model has to be a 1-for-1 scale sized. Has to be scaled 1-to-1. What a dumb fuck. Oh my
image
God.
that is presented by most of them, not everybody
And they actually think they're the authority on science, on reality. It's fucking hysterical.
has the same model, is a disk Earth with the Arctic in the
Restream.
Come on, man. Just get fucking premium. If God loved you, you wouldn't be poor.
You need to go ad free, Let's.
center.
I'm considering going ad
continents.
free because I was trying to watch last night's show this morning, and I was getting an advert like literally every 5 minutes.
Oh, you see, they place a lot more because it's a live stream. It's longer. Then they place more of them. But yeah, premium.
Kind of spreading out from them, and then a ice ring around the outside, and that ice ring that encompasses the entirety.
What the fuck just happened?
Oh, you see, they place a lot more because it's a live stream. It's longer. Then they place more of them. But yeah, premium.
Kind of spreading out from them, and then a ice ring around the outside, and that ice ring that encompasses the entirety of the Earth is Antarctica. Now, on a flat Earth model, the sun orbits around. It's much closer to Earth.
Orbits. The sun's definitely not falling around Earth, so it's not orbiting. It does take a circuit, though.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not just nitpicking, I wouldn't say orbiting.
You think Fkatzoid is more intelligent? No, he's not. No, he's not. No. I mean, he puts that to rest every single live stream he has, man.
I don't know how they conflate the two models together, as you said. I get that a lot.
There's something to block the light, whatever. I don't know why you can't see it from everywhere. For some reason,
the reason you can't see the sun from long away is because it has limitations. Light is.
No, it doesn't have limitations. Why can we see stars that are further? If light has limitations, why can we see stars that are further away and smaller and dimmer?
Limitations. Just like if you had to, for instance.
Let's see. Does light have limitations? Yes, light does have limitations, primarily in terms of its speed, which is considered a universal constant, meaning nothing can travel faster than the speed of light in a vacuum. Additionally, light can be absorbed or scattered. So yeah, it does have limitations, but not by distance. Try this. Does light have distance limitations? While light itself theoretically has no distance limitation in a vacuum, meaning it can travel indefinitely, its effectiveness as a source of illumination doesn't decrease significantly over large distances due to factors like scattering and absorption, essentially creating a practical limit to how far we can see light from a source. This is why stars appear fainter despite their light traveling vast distances. So if we can see light, if we can see the light from a star that's further, why can't we see the light from the sun that's closer and bigger and brighter? If you couldn't see the sun, that would mean the atmosphere is too opaque to be seeing the sun, and you wouldn't see it in any distance.
Take two people.
Hey, the Jolly Man, what's up? Let's see. Can anyone explain how a local gravity well causing the downward acceleration you force be apparent if the larger mass? Oh my God. Are you serious?
People
Oh my Jesus, you're dumb.
10 kilometers apart on a high mountain and they light cigarettes in pitch black. You're not going to see that cigarette butt because the light is not strong enough to reach the other side. It's the same with the sun. If it's too far away, the light is not able to be seen. Therefore,
and yet again, we can see the stars that are further.
Dark one side, light one side. Remember, the light has to literally go through the atmosphere.
Right, that's not opaque. It'll dim the light, but you'll still be able to see it, stupid.
We have dust in the air, we have vapor in the air.
Hey, Sogs.
We have anything, fog, smog, and then all you have to understand.
No, we're not, because that's fucking ridiculous.
As well is there are angles that are limited because we have trees and valleys and mountains and buildings, anything that blocks.
If you held up a flashlight and walked 100 miles away, the light would eventually disappear because of Earth's curvature, you stupid fuck.
Blocks our view towards that light.
You know, measured Earth curvature?
Right. So that's why you don't.
Because I got no time for dumb motherfuckers like you, okay? No time for dumb motherfucking flat earthers.
See the sun forever.
I got a quick question for you. How many watts is the sun, anyways? Does anybody know?
No, wasn't abused as a child.
How bright it is?
Hey, Mark.
Seriously.
Well, I think they give it quite a few billion lumens, don't they? A million. How many lumens is the sun?
Now listen to this dumb fuck. What he's about to say.
Sorry, guys, I am kind of 36,000 trillion lumens.
Now listen to this.
I thought it was in the
Hey, Lisa.
billions. So the sun is 36 by 1028 lumens, or 36 octillion lumens. Wow.
That's pretty bright. Yeah.
That's very bright, but that shows you how bright they have to make it just so
How bright they have to make it. No one makes it that bright. It is that bright.
it can reach Earth.
I mean, what a dumb fuck. Holy shit. See, the reason I throw insults is because dumb motherfuckers like this say stupid shit. That's why.
Space.
And sitting in the big blue firmament, it may have other limitations to it too.
Mhm.
From what I can tell.
Or it
Gases.
could just be, or it could just be a local closer sun that doesn't have that much lumens as they claim it to have.
Could be like
Oh.
locally area.
Oh, what happened? What the shit? Why isn't my cursor? There it is.
Like a spotlight, you might say.
Oh, 666. Why does the number 6 scare you, man? Why do numbers scare you? Do you know what 666 is supposed to be, dumb fuck? Do you? It's the mark of a man. It's not a distance, it's not an angle, it's not a length. It's not an altitude, it's not a speed. It's the mark of a man. So how could 666 have anything to fucking do with the moon, dumb fuck?
Exactly.
And gravity and everything else works different, and all the other planets are somehow lies or deception. I don't know. Their model doesn't make sense. But at a minimum,
Again, what model?
both sides got together and said,
Your flat Earth model that you deny, that model.
the globe model suggests that if you're in Antarctica in December, which is the southern
That's impossible. No, it's predicted. So it's not impossible, fucking stupid ass.
hemisphere is summer, the peak of it, the sun never sets. The globe Earth is actually
I
tilted.
mean, dude, you need to go back to fucking school. Go back to 8th grade where you dropped out. Because we learned this shit in grade school, man. And you're having trouble with it? 6th grade geometry, absolutely. Fuck,
And orbiting.
dude.
I'm in the south.
So 6th grade is where you dropped out of. Okay.
The sun definitely sets in winter, in summer. Definitely.
It's just going straight into false dichotomy, isn't it?
Can't look up to prove the Earth round. Yeah, you can. You most certainly can. What the fuck are you talking about? Holy shit.
How's
Yes,
that
he
tilt
is.
feel down there? Does it feel weird when you get tilted?
And
You are fucking dumb, dude. You do not even deserve a goddamn wrench.
I gotta also make a statement where he says flat earthers and globers got together. No. Exactly one mind. Both sides didn't get together. It's quite crazy.
No, some jerkwad here in Denver decided to do this and decided that he was going to disprove flat Earth. That's what happened. He ain't gonna tell you that.
Yeah. It's quite weird. But did you see
2150. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is 2159? Jesus fucking Christ, these people are stupid.
You Think's latest video?
Yeah.
quite good.
Interesting.
It is interesting, but that's what I say. There's a lot of things that just doesn't make sense.
Like the flat Earth. Doesn't make a lick of sense.
Take a look.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
it's all
Brian's?
about-
Did you watch Brian's video?
I still wanted to watch. I haven't got time yet. With Where's the Shadows?
That's a good point as well. Like,
Maybe we can go through it after this because we're going through this quite quickly. Because there's only so much I can take of Matt Dillahunty anyway.
the sun while the Earth revolves on its axis.
Just present your measurements for flat Earth. Hey, Keystone Eon. Present your measurements for flat Earth, stupid. That's all you got to do. Map, model, and measurements. That's what we need.
So as the Earth revolves on its axis,
If you can't do that, then you're just covering your ears and going la 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 la, right?
the sun is still at
Oh, we don't have a burden of proof.
the same angle roughly. And so what you should see in Antarctica in December is the sun never setting, just basically rotating around.
Star Trek is a movie or is a show, dude. It's fiction. So
I mean, it dips a little because, we're on an angle. But the sun won't set. And on a flat Earth model, that is not possible.
He's fallen for the false dichotomy.
it's not a false dichotomy. Listen to this dumb fuck. It's a false dichotomy. No. On a flat Earth, the sun can't set south of the Tropic of Capricorn. Can't at all, ever. Also can't appear south of you when you're south of the furthest southern point that it can be at. Right? If you got something that can't go further than the door, and I'm standing over here and I'm looking that way and I can see it, something's wrong there. If the sun can't go further south than the Tropic of Capricorn, and you're 1,200 miles south of that, or however far they were, 80 degrees south latitude, and you see it facing south, that's impossible on a flat Earth. Physically fucking impossible.
No, nobody says it's not possible. Why is it not possible, Matt? Because Will Duffy told you this.
No, geometry tells you this. Fucking every flat Earth model tells you this.
It's actually funny that they keep doing this. Oh, it's impossible on a flat Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Who says it's impossible on a flat Earth?
Not some stupid globetard.
Yeah, so
And every fucking flat earther up until the time that they found out that they were going. See, every flat earther said it's impossible on a flat Earth. Dave Weiss, Nathan Oakley, Quantum Eraser, Tenth Man, all of them. Santos Bonacci, Netakita, or whatever the fuck his name is. All of them did. Until it was found out that they were going to prove you all wrong, and then you changed your story, right?
I mean, really? That doesn't make it impossible on a flat Earth. That just makes, to them, they are lying and making the deduction that it would be impossible on a flat Earth because...
So how can it be possible on a flat Earth there, buddy? You haven't proven that it can be possible. You've just denied that it matters.
Why? Because Will Duffy did this. He took a map and strawmanned the whole flat Earth community and
No, that's the map that the whole flat Earth community uses.
said, look, this map is your model, and because this map doesn't
No, you said this map is our model. You said this map is our model. Until it was time to go, and then you changed that.
show the sun going around Antarctica, therefore you guys are false. Your map is, your model is false. And
Right, yes, the AU map is false. It can't be used to predict anything, really, except for time zones.
we've literally asked him this. How has he addressed the false dichotomy here? He hasn't.
There's no false dichotomy. That's an excuse you're making up
He hasn't
to not have to face reality.
addressed that it's not science. He hasn't addressed that it's a false dichotomy. He just literally just
You haven't addressed why it is.
ignores.
And since you're making the claim that it's a false dichotomy, why do we have to prove that it isn't?
Anything about it.
I wonder why. I wonder if Jaron Campanella has something to do with that.
Yeah, Jiren. By the way, guys, if you guys want to join the panel, hit me up, flatwood@gmail.com, and I'll send you a link to come in. Be great to have you in. And hit the likes, by the way. Share the show.
I love when these dumb motherfuckers say, well, science proves that the earth is flat. But then when someone says something like, says the word proved in a sentence, then, oh, science doesn't prove anything, remember? You're a fucking waste of human DNA, motherfucker.
I don't think a lot of people know we are actually live at the moment. Like I said, I couldn't share my links out. But it's good to see we got about 100 people at least. So it's the end there.
To have this ice ring around the entirety of the Earth, to have a sun that never sets, there's no version of that model that allows for an observation of a sun going around overhead and not setting.
I think you're talking about a map, not a model.
Right, maps are models. Yes, maps are models.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a map and a model.
I don't see why that's impossible, though. I mean, it would set in other parts of the earth.
But where's this globe model that shows how Earth's traveling around this ball of gas called Sun and other planets involved, Earthling? You know, where's models showing that light?
Very eloquently put, dumb shit.
No idea. But they do believe there's one. Again, it's just blind faith. The whole globe is based on blind faith.
No, it's based on evidence. Science is based on evidence, Flatzoid. You've been told this many, many, many times. Flat Earth is based on desire and opinion.
And so they got together and they said, you know what? We can do the final experiment. Both sides talked about Antarctica holding the key to the true shape of the Earth.
No.
Both
Yes.
sides agreed that whether
No.
Yes. Yes, both sides agreed. Absolutely. You can say nuh-uh all you want, dumb fuck. but fact of the matter is that every flat earther out there, including you, said that a 24-hour sun is impossible on a flat Earth.
This is worse than Duffy.
I think he's got this from Duffy. I think he saw Duffy.
Even you said that if you saw a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, would you change your mind about flat Earth? And you said, yeah. So even you thought this.
Talk, and then that's how he's like decided, okay guys, or McToon, because I do think he's been in McToon's chat a few times. So when he's saying he doesn't really research flat earth, he's talking bullshit. But yeah, he's speaking literally like Duffy speaks. He's doing the arguments that Duffy's made, and that tells me he's probably just got all this from Duffy.
Seriously, Jolly Man, what grade did you drop out of? What grade in grade school did you drop out of? 6th, 7th, 8th?
But no, Mr. Dillahunty, it is that's false. That's not what flat earthers have said. That's not what we have pushed. You do get the fake shills that have been called out about this.
I mean, like Nathan Oakley? He's a fake shill?
And they've taken part in this deception of an expedition. So yeah.
God, what a whiny little fuck.
Ooh, Roger. There we go.
5th sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Whether or not there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica would confirm if we live on the flat plane model or a globe
it
model.
doesn't.
This is at least partially technically incorrect. There could
Wait.
be some other model, but with these two models competing.
Yes, technically, a 24-hour sun in Antarctica does not prove either globe or flat. In and of itself, it does not prove that the Earth is a sphere or if it's flat. But it most certainly doesn't prove that the Earth is flat, because we don't see a 24-hour sun other places. And if the Earth was flat, we'd always see the sun.
Okay, again, not the model. There are no models competing, but I do agree with you that you say, yes, there could be technically other outcomes. Again, once showing it's a false dichotomy. Really, really well done, man.
Well, I gotta say, observation is king, right, Flex?
Well, apparently, according to Nachikita, observation doesn't trump what Flat Earth Society says.
Well,
I disagree.
Observation is only the first part of the scientific method. You guys never go past that. Hey, ADMA or MDMA. God damn it.
explain. What do you mean by that?
Didn't you watch the chat in the
Fantasy ball in fantasy space. Jesus fucking Christ. You're dumb. Hey, Debatable D, what's up? Oh my fucking Lord, you're stupid.
I can't watch Out to the Way It Was Moving Earth, man. I
Um,
literally watched pre-show and after show. I
Basically, I have-
skipped Nachikita altogether. Like, I'm not interested.
Here we go.
two nails here that are the same diameter, and I'm going to leave one of them, this one, static, and I'm going.
So you watching, boys? You watching this? This is going to destroy your whole fucking argument there. Who was it that said this? Was it Sogs? Yeah, Sogs. There you go. Watch, Sogs.
To move the other one closer to the light source, and we're going to check what happens. And as you can see, the shadows are both really dark right now. And if I move this one closer to the light source, what happens is that the overall shadow gets larger, but the really dark bit, the umbra, is getting smaller.
See, that's the difference between an umbra and a penumbra. See, that's what we see as totality. We see the umbra, or we see the umbra, the dark spot. See, the dark spot, that's what causes the totality. When you only get a partial eclipse, or it's still light out and we still see the eclipse, then you're in the hazy gray area. So you should have learned this in grade school, dipshit.
And that's why during a solar eclipse, the shadow cast by the moon is smaller than the moon. And in fact, if I move it even closer to the light source, what happens is that I don't really have a dark spot anymore. The shadow just becomes all blurry, really large, but all blurry. And that's why if Mercury or Venus moves in front of the sun, we don't really have an eclipse going on. It might get a tiny bit.
Right, but the part that represents totality is smaller. I know you guys have trouble with sizes, but fuck off.
Darker, but we don't have an eclipse. So let me just move it closer now. You can see it's the same nail. And now I'm going to show you just the light source for reference. And check how it looks. There you go. That's it.
These were the objects I used to create the video. As you can see, the lamp actually has 6 light sources, and this simulates the sun, since as we have seen on the previous video, we can't consider that all the light is coming from a single point in the center. It actually spreads in every direction from every point on the surface of the sun. Still, in this experiment, the dimensions of the objects and the distance between them are not to scale. It is just an example to show that when the object casting the shadow is smaller than the light source, that shadow has a dark zone called umbra, which is smaller than the object.
And this one is over on the sidebar here. UNL Astronomy, University of, what does UNL mean? Not sure.
This is the first in a series of videos focusing
Man, that intro is golden.
on eclipses. Let us first consider the shadow an object casts due to a point source. Because the light comes from only one point, the shadow's edges are sharply defined. We call the shadow the umbra. If an observer's eye is inside the umbra, they can't see the source at all. Light from distant stars are good point sources, but most light sources, including the sun, are not point sources. They are extended sources.
Yes, they think it's a point source, but it's not.
If you look at the shadow cast by the ball due to the lamp, which is an extended source, you will see two different parts of the shadow: the darker central region and the lighter shadow around it. The darker shadow, the umbra, is a cone of finite length. The lighter part of the shadow is called the penumbra, which is a cone of infinite
Rahu, get the fuck out of here, man.
length. If an observer's eye is inside the penumbra, they can see part of the source, but not all of it. To exaggerate this effect, we will now use a larger extended source. When the ball is close to the screen, we can once again see the umbra surrounded by the penumbra. When the ball is moved farther from the screen, the umbra no longer reaches the screen, and we see the antumbra surrounded by the penumbra. We can see how the earlier umbra is not as dark as the present antumbra when comparing the two. The umbra is the region that does not receive any light due to the position of the eclipsing object, while the penumbra and antumbra are partially illuminated. Let's check our understanding with a peer instruction question. If I take a slice of the shadow cast by Earth due to the sun, its cross-sectional area may look like which of the following?
So there you go. See, you would have learned this if you actually went to school, but you didn't, so you're dumb.
Interesting listening to him.
Which I understand why. All he tried to do was, I don't know, almost like have an interrogation with me the whole time. Ask me questions the whole time, trying to think he's going to get I got you. And then when we finally got to the debating part of his uprising Earth, the guy failed miserably.
As they all do.
But at the end of the day, the conclusion was he
Hey, barely believable. What's up?
might as well be a glober because he has a belief
Hey, Steven.
that violates the first law of thermodynamics. It's fine.
It's not a violation of the third or whatever law. It isn't a violation of any laws of thermodynamics. Stupid.
Let's put it this way: his belief is his model violates his belief in the upper rising Earth violates can violate natural law because it happens.
And the whole funny thing about that is the upward rising Earth is a thought experiment for general relativity, for reference frames. That's all it is. It does not represent reality in any way, shape, or form. It's just a thought experiment. And number one, Nakachita is so fucking ignorant. He believes Dell because Dell heard about it and said, "Oh my God, that must be reality," but it's not. Flatzoid's so fucking stupid. He hasn't called Dell out on that for being so fucking stupid to believe a thought experiment is real life. That's how ignorant these dumb motherfuckers are.
That's it.
Just because. Yep.
Just because he believes the Earth is rising, it's able to violate natural law. It's fine.
That's same as claiming man on tin can, you know.
Yeah, it's the same as
it's
the same as the Globers saying we can breathe without anything going to space because we have a belief in gravity. It's exactly the same thing.
No, we have gravity. That's what allows us to breathe. It holds the gas to our Earth. We have gravity. We don't have a belief in gravity. We have gravity. When you go get in your vehicle to go to the goddamn store, do you believe in your car or do you just have a car?
I mean, he literally said, okay, then we don't have an understanding what the first law is then. I mean, it's not hard.
You don't. You do not understand the laws of thermodynamics. First of all, you think they apply to a closed system or an open system. They don't.
To understand, if you're claiming that you have a Earth that is at a constant, that means it is not transferring or transforming any energy. It's in perpetual motion, which violates the first law of thermodynamics.
What the fuck did you just say? What the fuck?
Claiming that you have a Earth that is at a constant, that means it is not
an Earth that's at a constant? What the fuck are you talking about?
Transferring or transforming any energy. It's in perpetual motion, which violates the first law of thermodynamics. I was asking, what's it going into? Where did it get its energy? I don't know. That was it.
Oh my God, what a dumb fucker. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's very strange.
It's very weird. And then he also, but at least he realized when I told him you are able to measure someone in free fall. That's what skydivers do. Because he just thought, oh, accelerometers don't actually measure anyone in free fall. Yes, it does. How do skydivers have accelerometers that tell them how fast they are free falling and when they need to open their parachute?
Because they use a barometer for their altitude. They don't measure their free fall with an accelerometer. They measure it with a barometer. Jesus fucking Christ. That's not what I wanted. Skydiver altitude. Altimeter, not altitude. How does the altimeter work on a watch? An altimeter is a function in watches that helps measure the altitude by measuring the atmospheric pressure. The watch is able to measure the altitude above sea level or a relative fixed point and provide the information in either feet or meters. They don't use an accelerometer for altitude, stupid. Hey, Tusk, how you doing? See how dumb your fucking your God is here? Your high priest of flat Earth? See how stupid he is, Sogs? Jolly man.
So he did learn some things.
If
My
we saw
question
a
is, how does
24-hour sun in
parachute work
Antarctica,
on their model? Sorry.
Pressure
You hear me?
gradients, man, the same as the globies.
Okay, so weight has nothing to do with the parachute opening and the
It's
process.
pressure gradients. That's it.
Okay, weird. So you're kind of like floating, and if you just move, you get a pressure differential kind of thing. Weird.
What is funny, I actually watched a Neil deGrasse Tyson video earlier today where he's literally talking about the Earth rising up, and that's why you got weight.
And what was the reference to him talking about that? Were they talking about reference frames and general relativity, the equivalence principle? Is that what he was talking about? Of course, that's what he was talking about. He wasn't saying that that's real life, motherfucker. God damn it, what a dumb shit you are.
He's on that too? Jeez.
It's a globe. It's globe rhetoric. That's the exact what I'm trying to say. These upward rising flatter society pushes are just globers with a.
No, that's not the helios. That's not any part of the heliocentric model, man. It's not. If anything, it's part of the general relativity model, the model of general relativity, which we don't deal with here on Earth. Fuck, these people are stupid.
Flat pizza.
Delicious.
Good fucking Lord.
So yeah.
Again, I have not met a dumber group of people ever.
that's not possible with the flat plane model. And it is exactly what is predicted by the current globe model.
And I've got to point out, we don't even have evidence that they actually did observe the sun.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you do. They got fucking live videos. They have GPS data. So you're a fucking liar, and you're lying to save your fucking pathetic flat Earth.
Not setting.
Minecraft. Tell us you didn't graduate from 6th grade without saying the words.
I agree.
We don't have an actual evidence. All the so-called evidence they present keeps showing flaws and disingenuous deception. So why should we trust anything they present? And I mean, I'm still under the apprehension that they did see it set.
No, they didn't see it set at all. They have 24-hour videos. When did it set, Flatzoid? When did it set? Point to any one of the videos they presented. Show us where it's set.
And that's why they had to fake it. They forced to fake it.
Oh, so now they were there, but they just faked it. Whereas before they weren't even there. They were in Australia somewhere with fake snow. Now they're there, but they had to fake it. Which is it, Flatzoid? Which is it? See, this is what desperate liars do. They just change their shit till something sticks. Throw a handful of shit at the wall and see what sticks.
I agree. There's just too many things wrong with that footage, like to turn a blind eye to it. You know.
I agree. That's why I'm very skeptical about anybody that tries to defend TFEs.
Yes, Jolly Man. Or SOGs. Yes, things fall because of gravity. That's the only reason they go down. Good God, you're stupid. Holy fuck.
And I've noticed there's a hell of a lot of flat earthers who are dead set on there being a 24-hour sun all of a sudden. It's like, what? I don't get it.
But those same people have a big issue with everybody that calls it out, that calls the deception out. That's the thing that bothers me the most. If they're supposed to be truthers, why are they attacking the people that's pointing out deception? And I mean, that's what you became a flat earther in the first instance for.
There's no deception. There's no deception. Oh, if you want to consider that Witsit trying to hide him vaping from his wife is deception, hey, your pal Al, what's up, man? Then okay, that's deception. We'll give that to you. But he was just trying to hide it from his wife, which kind of makes him a pussy, lying to hide something from his wife instead of just coming out and fucking admitting it. But you'd be a pussy too, Flatzoid. If you got caught doing something your wife didn't want you to do, you would have been the same fucking pussy. Because you're a coward. You've proven that.
Boys, because you're calling out deception. So it's sad to see. But it's good. It is separating the tares from the wheat, as we said.
Oh, and Flatzoid, he says that his prediction has come true of the TFE eating itself alive because they're calling Witsit a liar for lying. That's the TFE tearing itself apart, right? Never mind the fact that flat Earth is more shattered than a goddamn glass bowl dropped on the floor. No, they're calling out Witsit for lying, so that means it's just all torn apart. What a fucking pussy.
If that's the case, and you go to Antarctica and you see a sun for 24 hours and it doesn't set, congratulations.
You don't have a degree. Sorry. Not in anything substantial. What's your degree in? Web design?
Your flat Earth model has been falsified.
What model?
The flat Earth model that says you can't have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. That model. The one that every one of you lying sacks of shit adhered to before they went, right? Every one of you dumb motherfuckers adhered to that. Engineering? What do you get? A little stripy hat and a whistle and a little watch? Is that what you got when you graduated from engineering school?
You first need the model
I say you're a lying sack of shit.
to falsify it.
How does the globe predict when you go in somewhere to try and prove whether it's a globe or a flat Earth? How can you? To me, that's like circular reasoning.
Yeah, well, when I ask them, what is your hypothesis? They don't really have an actual IV.
Really? No one has told you what the hypothesis is, you liar? You're a fucking liar, Flatzoid.
You know what I mean? So there's no science to anything. So there's no model verification or model scrutiny.
They didn't have a DV.
And they still don't know what a model is.
They didn't have a DV till they got to Antarctica.
Yeah, it's as simple
That's
as...
questionable whether it were an actual DV when they got there.
How many V's are in weather? How many V's? Tell me, Michael.
You know what I mean? But to claim...
We know there's 3 F's in nothing.
Experiment before they went, then they should have already observed the phenomena.
Yeah, the phenomena has been observed hundreds of times throughout the years. We've shown you dozens of videos and you deny every single one of them conveniently. Right?
Yeah, and there was no observation even, so it makes it very fallacious to even put into reasoning that they can think, well, anything presented by this has any validity to either debunk anything or validate anything.
So observations, video, 24-hour lives or 24-hour time lapses, live streams showing the impossible, backed up by the answering of super chats in real time. So that's not enough for you. But trust me, bro, is enough for us, right? Trust me, bro, is enough for you, right? Bible says so. That's enough. Your opinion is enough.
They're just
Globe Earth model.
Don't know what an experiment is like. Obviously, we know this, like, but they're throwing that word around all the time. They were down there, like, with critical thing, is multiple IVs and that,
Yes, you can have multiple IVs in an experiment. Yes. IV does not mean only one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute stupidity.
You'll never get to a cause.
Yeah, how can
Absolute stupidity.
if you have multiple IVs in an experiment, how do you know which one or if both caused it?
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why science is specifically not about correlation. It's about causation.
Yeah.
The correlation comes after causation. So once you have the causation part nailed down, you have correlations to it. But now the globies love to just take correlation and already, how can I say, stitch it together as a causation. That's pseudoscience, because if you don't know what a single cause is, just like
See? Single cause. Wow. What a fucking ignorant asshole.
what's it, that critical think character where he
And just like Soggs and Jolly Man here, he thinks he's smarter than everybody. He really does. It's a joke. How does it feel to live your life as a joke? How does it feel, guys?
like thinks there's like you give 6 different IVs for one experiment. You can't.
No.
How do you know what caused what?
It'd have to do with 6 experiments.
And he didn't even control for any control variables. So it's a redundant not experiment that he was trying to accomplish.
The biggest thing for me where he weren't calibrated
Bachelor in Engineering Science. You're a liar.
at each destination.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, he could have taken 2 weights and 2 scales, okay? Both the weights
Why? Why would he need to take 2 weights and 2 scales? He did have 2 weights, but he only had 1 scale.
could have been identical weights. And you could take the 1 scale and calibrate it every time he stops. And
Why would you calibrate it every time you stop? Why?
see if that weight weighs that with that calibrated way. Stay. And he could do that all the time. But the guy didn't want to do anything.
You could have gone down there and done it, Fkatzoid, but you're too much of a chicken shit coward bitch to challenge your reality, aren't you? You're just a chicken shit motherfucker casting aspersions on people that actually do shit.
Other than just being competent. Say, I can't calibrate it because it won't show difference. No shit, Sherlock. The reason
Right. That's the whole point, is to show the difference, not to calibrate a fucking scale. See, when you don't know how to do an experiment, you're going to think that nothing is an experiment.
it shows a difference is because the scale is out of its calibration. Not because of anything to do with the Earth.
But that's where he's failed on controls, though, isn't it? Because how do you know that traveling to somewhere else don't throw it out of calibration? You know what I mean?
How many F's are in throw?
So if you don't calibrate it, then it's already a void experiment because...
Yeah, but he knows if he calibrates it, it's going to give the same reading.
Yeah.
So therefore, not Earth movement then. You see, this is called deception. They're trying to make it seem... Roger, that's back.
So,
It's because they're trying to make it seem that it the reason it is a different weight is because of Earth's rotation.
Hey, Sir Little Wolf, go ahead and get some tea.
They know if they had to calibrate it the correct way, like a scale
You won't miss anything.
works, it won't show any change. So therefore, they just blatantly ignore that.
yeah. So basically, it's another parlor trick.
It's a parlor trick, exactly. I mean, even when I asked him, okay, so did the temperature change? Yes, so that doesn't matter. Okay, was the pressure different? Yes, that doesn't matter. You know, did you try to control for any electromagnetic pulses? No, we don't have to. It doesn't matter. Everything you say is just nah.
And what about them all in that little box with scale, people coming in and out, door opening and shutting, everybody hanging rant scales and that, you know what I mean?
But you know what was funny? In Antarctica itself, he had 2 different readings. He had 2 different.
You know, when someone weighs something in a lab, you know how many readings they take, Flatzoid? Like 10. Mm-hmm. You just don't weigh something and say, okay, that's how much it weighs. You take multiple readings and you take the mean value of those.
Readings. Why would you have 2 different readings? Doesn't that tell you something?
Because tools are imperfect.
2 different readings in the same place.
Crazy.
But yeah, it was funny when I made that video. What he did was, when people asked him, why didn't you take any temperature data?
Mm-hmm. The 3-body problem, Kepler's orbital Newtonian motion of the stars debunked. No, it didn't debunk the motion of the stars. No, sorry, buddy. Number 1, you need gravity for the 3-body problem. That's a prerequisite of the 3-body problem, is that gravity exists. And no, it's just a limitation on our ability to predict chaotic motion. That's all that is. But yeah, you're an engineering student. You would have known that, right?
And stuff. He's like, why do I need to? The data's already here. It's set.
See, you're proving that you do not have an engineering degree in you don't have an engineering degree, or else you would have known that already.
I've got what I needed. Yeah. That's called having a bias. That's called not scientific then.
Oh, it's called bias.
That's part of the parlor trick, right?
Okay.
Yeah. What Flatzoid says. Don't be biased.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's exactly that.
How did Kepler create his orbits before Cavendish? I don't know. We already knew about gravity before Cavendish. So
May or may not be confirmed merely by that single observation, but if you combine this with a lot of the other observations, essentially the globe model is the one that is consistent with the facts, consistent with all of the facts, and contradicted by none of the facts. So we'll just spend tens of thousands of dollars. We'll fly some flat earthers down to Antarctica. We'll fly some globe earthers down to Antarctica. We will film, we will observe, and we will report back. And we'll call it the final experiment. Boy, this was fun. Turns out the observations down there exactly match the globe model.
absolutely. And that drives them crazy. Now listen to all the excuses. There isn't a single model.
Really?
Yes, really.
Why is it that this so-called observation you're claiming has always been shown to be fake?
No, it's not always been shown to be fake. Liars like you think it's fake because it hurts your feelings.
I mean, there's been years and years and years of footage, and
not one of you dumb motherfuckers have proven it's fake. Not one.
usually shown to be fake. Why? It doesn't make sense.
See, this is the same gaslighting he does to his children. His children, who he is supposed to be honest with. He gaslights them and lies to them and fucks with their brains.
Why did someone have to spend so much money to go down to show something that's already been shown, apparently?
But you haven't shown it to be fake. You've whined about it, said how much it hurts your feelings, but you haven't proven it's fake, Flatzoid.
Oh, I know, because they didn't observe it.
Oh, so they weren't there? or they were there and they didn't observe it, but what they observed was fake, but they didn't go. What story are you going with now, Flatzoid?
And no, Whitsett and Jaren were not flat earthers. They're still not flat earthers. Just to clarify that. Jaren has been a plant, and he's been called out as a plant ever.
No, he's not a plant. He's as dumb as a plant, but he's not a plant.
I mean, what, for 7 years now? Whitsett was kind of bamboozled into being part of Jaren's, how can I say it, circle.
No, he was offered a trip after cowards like you turned it down. And he said he wouldn't go unless Jaren went. Jaren said he wouldn't go unless Whitsett went. So
he was kind of dragged into it, but Whitsett comes easy with dishonesty, so it's fine for him. I don't know about you guys, but don't you think it's kind of sad that Whitsett claims to be a Christian, but he hangs around with an antichrist and is a business partner with an antichrist?
with an antichrist? He didn't hang around with an antichrist. You give a platform and an audience to racists. You yourself are a fucking transphobe. So, hey, Snail Fan. So I wouldn't be casting aspersions to anybody there, Flatzoid. You've proven you're not a Christian.
Can you claim to be a Christian when you said it's moronic to think Jesus is God?
That too.
All Christians know Jesus is God.
Exactly.
So he's lying there if he's saying he's a Christian.
Yep. No, because I asked him, and he said, no, Jesus is not God.
Let's see. According to the Bible, is Jesus God? Yes, Bible says that Jesus is God. The Bible describes Jesus as both fully human and fully divine, as God incarnate. But every Christian believes that the Bible is the Word of God. You don't.
I asked him about what he said, and he doubled down on it and lied to me, and then started calling me a liar.
Mm-hmm. But that's all he does. He actually sent me a long message the other day.
Digitally tethered stationary balloons. Really? How do you get a stationary balloon? How do you do that?
Discord.
See, dumb motherfuckers like this just say the dumbest shit and expect everyone to believe them. Good Lord. You're not in Flatzoid's chat, motherfucker. We don't believe your horse shit here. Okay?
Woke up to this long message.
We're intelligent. You're dumb. We're honest. You're a liar.
Oh, he's not a paragraph writer, is he?
No, he wrote me a
Bible.
whole essay. Because all I said was, I said
COSH satellites control of static heaviness. LA, Jesus fucking Christ, you're an idiot.
a while back.
my
I said,
God.
I listened to your chat in KRC. It was refreshing to actually hear you talk honestly for once and not just trying to fight. Although I don't agree with you on a lot, and I wish you would stop this BS lies of yours and just own up to it. I do appreciate that you had to go through this, just letting you know. That's it.
By the way, where was it? Yeah, Nachikita chickened out.
Then, let's say it's about a week and a half later, he sends us, I didn't lie about anything, and I find you pretty pathetic, my guy. Why does he always put my guy at the end? It's quite weird. You're going around claiming I lied. Roger. And claimed I never...
Hold on, guys.
That's literally a lie. Okay, let's read it again. You're going around claiming I lied and claimed I never vaped. That's literally a lie. You claimed you never vaped, what's it? Not I claimed you never vaped. So
it's all the entire saga is documented from start to finish, where his story changed, and it's all documented on
Yeah.
people's videos and that.
Exactly. And then he says, I thought you could see
Using digital communications to tether to a location on the ground. So how do you course correct a balloon that has no propulsion? How do you do that?
my breath
See, these balloons don't have propulsion. They don't have any way to move themselves. How the fuck are you gonna get them to stay put? Jesus fucking Christ, man.
once I came
And you're not at all embarrassed by the shit you're saying?
outside because I had a drink of warm water, and every time you drank warm beverage and went outside, you could see your breath, and way more while we were there. The very first time someone asked me directly if I had a vape in Antarctica or if I vaped while I was there, I said yes. Never once did I claim I didn't vape. You just literally told me. I thought you could see my breath once I came outside because I drank warm water. That's a lie. So he's literally doubled down on his own lie. I said I didn't hit a vape and tried to go over to the camera to fake my breath. That's a lie again. What's it? Because I didn't know what I didn't, and I knew for a fact that I was trying to go out of my way to keep the vape off of the camera where no one could see me vaping, because I don't want to promote vaping while you're literally on your
He doesn't want to get caught by his wife. That's why.
own 360 camera, on Dave McKeegan's 360 camera and McToon's 360 camera. Wow.
Hey guys, does that sound better? I changed
Much.
headphones. All right.
And then he says, also, I don't even remember the specifics of when I did it or didn't hit a vape until I saw the video. Because who would? Hey, do you remember the exact moments of timing of when you hit a vape while you were in Antarctica for days without sleep? Of course not. Haha. No human would. Hey, Whitted, did you hit a vape and 7 minutes and 32 seconds in a stream? And did you hit the 4th in December? I don't know. Liar. And it says, haha, you people are legit pathetic, bro. It is literally documented that the first time someone asked if I hit a vape, I said yes. Yet you are still running around.
No, he didn't say yes.
Just blatantly lying about it. I don't know what. I know that I have reached out to you and clarified for the 100th time. You will just keep lying anyway to this. This is probably pointless, and I will just go back to ignoring you. Oh, shame.
That's not what I remember when you asked him right in the Discord after he got back. He just straight up said, I didn't vape. I didn't vape. That was the first thing he said, right?
Yes. Also, the reason King Nico made his video was because Witsit doubled down and said he didn't vape. And that's why King Nico had to show him ducking down or crouching next to the bin taking a vape, because he denied it. It's a simple.
He knew he did it, dude.
Kind of like deleting 11 frames, right? When confronted on it, you say, "Oh, I never deleted any frames," and then it was, "Well, I only deleted 4," right?
He just straight up lied.
And then it's, "Oh, all the frames are still there."
That's all. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a.
So it's a liar calling a liar a liar. I love it. Just fucking sweet.
Quite crazy. What's up, Charles? Good to see you, man. Okay, let's carry on with Mr. Dillahunty.
I'm not remotely surprised, but they do.
Man, you really are scared of number 6, aren't you? Wow. I don't know of any children that are scared of numbers.
And there's a time-lapse video.
Babies. I don't know any babies that are scared of numbers. I could show numbers to a baby all day, and they'll just coo. Maybe cry, because they're wet or they're hungry. But no, they won't be afraid of numbers. Why are you afraid of numbers?
Of 24-hour observation, the camera moves and follows the sun around. You can see it as it dips.
You know who's afraid? You know who's afraid of numbers? crazy people. Crazy, paranoid fuckers.
It's perfect. And it's clear. But, you know, I saw Thor wielding a hammer taking out Thanos. So you can fake anything with CGI. And that's why we didn't just stick a camera down there, but we actually flew people down there. Now, there are specific logistics about these flights. And that is that you flew to, I believe it was Chile.
Oh, it's funny as Scum, SCUM. He's like, well, no, they had to leave on this date and they had to go back on this date because that's the date that are set because that's the flight plan and they can't change the flight plan. But oh no, they didn't go to Antarctica. They must have flown somewhere else, you know, despite what the flight plan was.
And from there you go.
Can I just point out the moment that they got on a plane, the disproved globe.
I know. There was no curve.
Before they even got to Antarctica and got any of the cameras out or the CGI or whatever it was, when they got on a plane, they debunked globe.
No, they didn't. What are you talking about? The dip data? Talk about that? Yeah, you don't understand how planes work.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, the flight data shows that they didn't
Pitch data, that's it.
have any curve. They flew over a
And you're not smart enough to understand why it wouldn't.
horizontal stationary
Even though we've explained it to you dozens of times, man.
plane the whole way there. So, yeah, they showed that it was a
Like,
flatter.
Dave McKeegan killed it before he even got to Chile.
Well, is it? Anyone in range of radio can pick up the radio signals. So you speak in code or encode and encrypt the signal. No, you don't. It's against FCC regulations to encode a signal. So, or encrypt a signal. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's pretty easy, although I don't know if anybody specifically did it, to monitor from the moment you leave Antarctica until you reach, or from the moment you leave Chile until you reach Antarctica, how much time at what speed the plane is going, tells you the distance.
Oh, and is this based on trigonometry over a flat plane, a stationary flat plane?
Listen to this. Hold on. Is this the part?
Although I don't know if anybody specifically did it, to monitor from the moment you leave Antarctica until you reach, or from the moment you leave Chile until you reach Antarctica, how much time at what speed the plane is going, tells you the distance.
Oh, and is this based on trigonometry?
No. Speed over distance is not trigonometry, stupid. What the fuck? Hey, Mr. B. So he thinks that calculating speed over distance is trigonometry.
Over a flat plane, a stationary flat plane. Well done.
They'll never admit it though, for some reason.
So how is that trigonometry, Flatzoid? How is that in any way trigonometry? Jesus fucking Christ, he's stupid.
There's a reason why pitch data doesn't show going over any curve.
Right, because they have to stay in the same altitude. Right, there's no change in the isobar. So why would there be any data? Not fucking smart enough to tie his own fucking shoes.
Matt.
I don't think he's smart enough to pick his own fucking nose.
And if you wanted to suggest that instead they had flown them from Chile all the way.
You know, Flatzoid, you could just save a lot of time if you just came on, played your little fucking song, and then said, I'm dumb, and then just went off the air. The same thing would be accomplished. Wouldn't be as funny, but you could accomplish the same fucking thing.
Up to Antarctica, that would be a different amount of time.
That's what you're claiming. They flew from Chile to Antarctica. I'm sure.
And Steve Flatsoid still hasn't made that video he said he'd make, explaining how a plane's gyroscope can precess when it's flying flat and level, not changing orientation. He hasn't explained that yet.
Dude, I think they spend more time trying to prove they went to Antarctica.
See, I think he tried, but he realized that he couldn't, so he just didn't do it.
Than actually showing us proof of anything, and their videos aren't clear at all. To be honest, that was crappy ass 360 work with the Dave crap. That was still sketchy.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, like I said, they did go. They're able to do different things at different times. Studio works at different times as well.
What studio work? What studio work? The studio work you haven't proven they did?
This was planned out way in advance.
No, it wasn't.
Just because they went to Antarctica doesn't mean they saw the sun not setting.
Oh, so now they went to Antarctica. Before, they didn't go there.
There's still a huge red flag that everybody just seems to still just put under the rug. Why did Candace Owens remove the 12 hours live stream from Rumble?
I don't know. Ask Candace Owens about that, because she was not part of the final experiment. She wasn't part of it, dude. She wasn't. Why are you asking about her? Talk to Rumble. Talk to the people in Rumble.
Might have shown a sunset, maybe.
Yeah, because it's set behind Mount Rosman.
Oh, so you will have accepted her 24-hour live stream showing the sun not setting, but you won't accept anyone else's video showing the sun not setting. Okay.
Even Dave McKeegan said it went behind.
Yeah, it went behind. Yes. Yes, the mountain's here. The sun was here. That's behind it. If you got a guy standing here and then another person standing 20 feet away, is that person standing behind the person in front of you? Yeah, they are, aren't they? Learn how words work, retard.
And then quickly tried to fix himself, saying, no, he went above. After he said it was recorded going behind. So it's a bit odd. And Jaron also spoke about it going behind around Bosman. So
right, and Jaron also spoke about seeing the sun for 24 hours straight, didn't he? Are you going to cherry pick what he said? See, that's what you do. It's the only way you can even try and prove a point is to cherry pick and to lie. Ground positioning, there's no such thing as a ground positioning system.
who should we believe?
None of them.
Why are you coming on my channel lying? Why are you doing that, Jolly Man?
No, every single person down there were a liar before they went. So why would you trust out that comes back from there?
Yeah, don't you find that odd? That the people they're taking.
Wait, but you can track their movement. They have no movement. Geostationary satellites have no movement. They're geostationary. They are stationary above a single point on the Earth. But their movements in fictional space, it's not fiction. No, not if geostationary. Yes, we can track their movement. Look, it's not moving. My God, you're fucking stupid.
Are people that people don't.
I mean, do you get? Is this like some sort of weird sexual thing that you get off on humiliating yourself in public? Is that what you're doing? Because it's kind of creepy.
Really trust. It's like, couldn't you take a bunch of more people that shouldn't be going together for something that's supposed to be trustworthy?
I think Elizabeth might have been kind of trustworthy. I'm not really sure about her.
I don't know Elizabeth, so I can't say anything about her. although I did get some information on why they took that, but I'm not going to say that. And then, yeah, Dave McKeegan, I don't know too well, but
Yes, Sogs, and you can't have a stationary balloon. You just can't. It's impossible.
he does seem to fall under the same, I would say, dishonesty category as McToon and them, where they know it's flat, but they have to lie.
No, they don't know it's flat. We know it's a sphere because it's been measured. So why are you lying again, Flatzoid? Well, we know why you're lying again because you're a liar. That's what you do. It's your job.
McToon is just outright disgusting liar. I got no words for McToon, so yeah, he's shown himself to be a deceptive liar snake, and in my opinion, a fake Christian.
I agree with you. I just want to know where the guns are. Still haven't found them yet.
I don't know. Flat Earthers said they were down there to protect Antarctica. So yeah, where are the guns?
Down
Yeah, where are the
Mount
guns?
Russman.
Nice.
Just like the other reasons a flat Earth model doesn't work, because
But of course, you don't slander anybody, do you? Do you, Flatzoid? You don't slander anyone.
flying from the tip of South America to Australia should take. It should be faster going across the North Pole, but it's not. It's low, or even if it is, it doesn't map up with the time.
I mean, Matt Dillahunty doing this is about as lost as me doing what Matt Dillahunty does.
So there's loads of different ways to address this. Not the
I mean, stay in your lane, man.
least of which is while you're in the plane, you could fly a
The globe isn't real. It most certainly is.
lap around Antarctica and observe that
Your denial, your fucking idiot opinions won't change that either. Ever. So go back to 8th grade, take up where you left off, or 6th grade, or whenever you dropped out, at whatever point you gave up on your education, and fuck off.
it is not a wall circling the entirety of the Earth.
You sure about that?
He's never been there.
Yes, we're positive about that. We have aerial photographs of Antarctica as a continent, stupid.
Has he? Yeah. I don't think he's been down there.
Sure has been there.
No one's ever done that though, have they? That's another strange thing.
Mm-hmm.
How many V's in another?
You can fly all the way around it.
First of all, a plane doesn't have enough fuel to fly all the way around Antarctica. Don't you find that a bit odd?
It is like, didn't you say it was 55,000 miles around the said Antarctic continent last time?
No, I said that the coastline is 55,000 miles long, but you could fly around Antarctica. So we also have refueling planes. See, a plane doesn't always have to have the same amount of fuel that it needs to complete its entire journey. We have planes that refuel other planes. Jesus fucking Christ, these guys are dumb.
And we checked.
Yeah,
Was the other day?
but that was the perimeter.
Good fucking leave, Sogs. No one invited you here. You're a fucking idiot. You don't belong here. You belong on Fkatzoid'S channel talking bullshit with him. Lying about reality. That's where you belong.
Probably larger than that then.
The perimeter is like 60, 50.
But since you're here, I'll fucking debate you on the topic. Oh, thank you, Steven. Appreciate it. I'll debate you on the topic. You want to go?
53,000 miles or something.
I mean, you talk mad shit in the chat. So, let's debate.
To make that observation. I don't know if that happened in this one or not. But the observations are fully consistent with the globe model, and one of the flat earthers, Jaron, acknowledged
No attraction between two. You're a fucking liar. Oh my God, you're stupid. So, did you want to debate or not? Or are you going to run away?
this, said sometimes you're wrong, and I was wrong about the
One says he's going to run away. Zero says he'll actually debate. So what are your predictions, guys?
24-hour sun. But he didn't say he was wrong about the flat Earth model or that the Earth was flat. Clearly, their model has been falsified by this.
It's not a model. It's a map.
And a globe projection at that.
Yeah.
All right, projection. It's a projection.
Actually, you can take that map and you can wrap it around your globe and it'll give exactly the same outcome.
No, it won't. It most fucking certainly won't give the same outcome. How could it possibly give the same outcome if the flat version is a distortion of the globe version? How? How could it give the same result, Flatzoid?
So didn't we tell them that?
All videos McToon's done saying
So if I give you a pancake and a soccer ball and I say measure these things, are you going to get the same fucking measurement? No, you won't, will you?
E maps a globe projection. Yeah, has everybody forgot about all these videos?
Seems so.
Not me.
Okay, so we got some votes in. Matt should learn more about FE before trying to debunk it. Yes, 79%, no, 21%.
Yeah, you just shouldn't be involved at all.
You don't know anything about science or physics or geometry or trigonometry. So, yeah, take your own advice, Flatzoid. Stick to finger painting.
Mm-hmm.
For the people who were there.
I'll debate you too, Sogs. Want to go? Huh? You want to go?
What he did say was, what does it mean? Well, you're going to have to go figure it out yourself. And essentially they were talking about going back to the drawing board. You know, hey, we've observed this 24-hour sun. This falsifies our current model, but let's go see if we can make another model. This is an example.
So I guess Jolly Man left, ran away, didn't he?
That's not a model. And Jaron used TFE as his out that we said he would do from the beginning. He saw every opportunity he could to badmouth and insult everybody that literally fed him for the last 10 years.
Remember when every time Flatzoid says literally drink.
And that's a proper prediction.
Yeah. We knew it was coming.
I mean, we've been calling it out for ages. He's going to use it for his out. And what did he go and do? Yeah.
For ages? What the fuck are you talking about?
Used it for his out. And I also want to ask something. If someone says they're not a flat earther because people are mean to me, does that mean they're for truth? That means no, they were fake, guys. Not because the earth's not flat. People are
Hey, Extra J.
mean to me. Let me play victim and cry. I mean, really. People are mean to me every day. Should I say, sorry, the earth's not flat because people are mean to me? What bullshit is that?
That's just a lot of bullshit. I got a question. Did you watch his new series, Flatline?
Oh.
I don't watch Jaron, mate.
No, I don't.
I looked at one of it's really horrible, dude.
So I don't see you accepting a debate there, Sogs. You're talking mad shit in the chat. Don't you have the strength of your convictions to back up your claims?
It's him protecting himself.
I tried watching some of it. I think that's where we're talking about aliens in the outer rims.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as outer rims, you dumb fuck.
In the outer lands and stuff. So yeah, we kind of called them out as all really being.
Of course he can't disprove the globe, Mark. He's worthless.
Shills and bad representations. What's up, Janusz?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna put an end to that. Here, take 5 minutes there, Sogs.
Good to see you.
Hey, Giannis.
Maybe you can come back and tell me whether you accept the debate.
Good to see you guys as well. Good to see everyone.
Good, good, good.
See, there you go. Yeah, there's the other anti-Semite. This guy.
So,
Yeah,
have you heard anything from Matt Dillahunty yet?
Yeah, a lot. He's retarded. He was decimated so many times by the Christians. I lost count, to be honest. Never. He uses logic, but atheistic logic, which I call it anti-logic. So that's what I do, and they just can't win. Really, if you really think, even if if you are not Christian, if you listen to the Christian arguments and the atheist arguments, Christians win. That's what it is.
So, you accept the debate there, Jolly Man? We'll give you 5 minutes to think about it.
I agree.
Of not following the evidence to its conclusion, but instead trying to lead the evidence towards the conclusion you desire. We know that this sort of denial is what happens when you're faced with, when you've made a public profession of your beliefs and you're faced with evidence to the contrary. Now, the folks who weren't there still don't have a direct observation or anything more than the word of these people who were there and the video footage of what was there. And they may refer to them as shills. There were, I think, 3 flat earthers who were there. One of them, whose YouTube channel is Wits It Gets It.
He doesn't.
Said, I think people need to be honest and humble. And we were wrong about the 24-hour sun. How does it work? Well, I've seen a physical demonstration that could show how this works. Interesting. So when you're finally there and you observe for yourself that the sun does exactly what these people advocating for the globe model said it does, and something that you yourself believe is impossible under your model, all of a sudden you've seen a new model.
And I can't disagree with Matt Dillahunty there because, yeah, this is exactly what Witsit, Shitsit 60, Mr. Ping Pong Ball.
Ping pong golf ball.
Yeah. Ping pong golf ball. Good, exactly. He's been. This is exactly why we say Jaren and Witsit have been an embarrassment to Flat Earth.
You've done the same thing, right? When it doesn't match your model, when you finally find out that, oh, no, shit, we've been lying all the time, you change it, right? He's describing you too, dumb fuck.
For as long as we know. Okay? They were never flat earthers. They're still not flat earthers. It's as simple as that. The guys have been corrected on so many things, yet they ignore it and still push their bullshit.
Right. And you've been corrected on so many things and you still ignore it and push your bullshit.
They got to make a name for themselves, I think. Or
hey, hold my pocket.
they got to stay irrelevant. That's what I'm.
So, yeah, it's a...
Just a hypocritical little turd.
There's a reason why
All he
people
is.
don't trust Witsit. Not just because he's, well, an idiot. Mostly because he doesn't have an honest bone in his body.
You think anybody trusts you? Your children don't even trust you. Or won't in the future.
It's as simple as that.
He's demonstrated that many a time.
Constantly.
That could explain this. Why didn't we address that before we got to the final experiment?
They did. They did address it before they got to the final experiment. But then when it was planned, they changed their stories. They changed their excuses.
So now it's time for them to go back to the drawing board. So I guess the final experiment wasn't really final.
No, It wasn't, because it's not an experiment and there's nothing final about a false dichotomy.
There's no false dichotomy.
It was set up to fail to begin with, right?
From my perspective, he will not learn from it. I'll tell you why. Because he's
Tell us, you fucking shit stain.
intellectual guy, but he is not. So maybe he picks one or two things, but nothing changes in his perception.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see.
Let's
Hey,
see.
Jeff, what's
if I
up,
was
man?
right. Hello,
Hey.
how are you?
I just sent a Matt as well. Deplorable Matt. I don't know who that is, but he asked for a link. We'll see who that is. So what's up, Jeff?
Oh, I just wanted to pop in and say hi while I have an opportunity to just say hi. And yeah, I've just
Hello.
been super busy because I've got my plant starting up, and then I've got my daughter's baby shower that my wife's organizing, and I got to help her do that. So yeah, so yeah.
Nice. Well, it's good to hear from you, man. Haven't
Yeah.
heard you in a long time, so it's good to see you doing okay.
Yeah, I'm doing good. So
That's good.
So
what
I
are
got a
your
question for Jeff right quick. Hold on.
what?
Did you watch Don't Fear the Truth? A couple of their videos about Enoch and their cosmology and their flight they did over Australia?
Yep.
I thought you would have. I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was good.
So what's
Yeah.
your thoughts on what Matt Dillahunty has been saying so far?
Well, he's just a debater, and he really has no idea about any of this stuff. He's an atheist, right?
Mhm.
And then he bases all his stuff on that kind of stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's about it.
yeah, exactly. He shouldn't even be dipping his toe in it.
Yeah.
So,
But that's what I said in the beginning. It's ironic that he even says he knows nothing about it. He doesn't really study this, but he's trying to tell people what's going on.
yeah, well, he thinks he knows. He just
Yeah.
has no clue.
No.
See, I don't, I don't see an acceptance to debate. So, have another 5.
The final frontier is space. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of flat earthers in denial.
What did I tell you? What did I tell
Not
you?
even a frontier that's even achievable. So
I'm gonna
whatever.
say, it's neither final or a frontier, is it?
No.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, and yourself?
I've been over here just like yelling at my iPad, so I just figured I'd pop in.
Yeah. Well, I do have to head out here, guys. But it's nice saying hi and letting you guys know that I'm still alive. So
Short,
All
man.
right.
Yeah, but thanks for coming,
Yeah.
man.
Yahweh bless everyone.
Enjoy your baby shower.
Oh, and by the way, evidently it is against YouTube's terms of service for bullying to state that I hope Donald Trump has a stroke.
Yes, man.
Are you even allowed to be there?
Of course, I'm allowed to be there.
I thought it were all women.
I'm the papoose.
So try again, Sogs. Try again, man.
Yeah. All right. Have a good rest of your day, guys.
Cheers.
Yep.
Either you're going to talk shit in my chat and debate me on the topic, or you're not going to be able to post shit. So it's up to you, man.
Have a good one. Cheers. Thanks for popping up.
Thank you, Papoose. Papoose Jeff. So Matt,
Okay, go on.
Yes, Mr. B, this is absolutely
Okay.
true.
And Matt Dillahunty, from my perspective, is this kind of guy who claims he follows logic, he follows science, but whenever you provide just for him evidence, which is in real contradiction to his perception, he experiences cognitive dissonance and he goes back to his programmed thoughts which have been implemented, and he won't change it. Let's see if I was right or wrong.
Yeah. I was going to say, hi, Matt Prince. How's it? So, what are your thoughts so far on what Matt's saying?
I just don't like any of it. I'm with you with I think people are using the wrong terminology, like when you say map and model, but I see that going on both sides. I see flat earthers making that mistake all the time as well. I just don't think they have a clear perception of reality or how to, properly convey their points.
Yeah, 100% agree. But I think the issue
Love
comes
it.
to if they do get corrected and they still carry on pushing it. That's when the issue comes, because it's fine if you're just ignorant to it. You got incredulity, but as soon as you've been corrected, this is the time to step up and say, okay, yeah, let's now go forward, correct it. But the issue with a lot of these guys is they don't. They just roll the cry foul and then carry on doing the bullshit that they usually do.
Yep. Flip to a different block account, respawn, back same argument again.
Mm-hmm.
And I like what you said earlier about the correlation in the experiments of, having certain independent variables, and then all of a sudden you got like 6 or 7 in there, and you don't know there's not an independent variable.
Yeah. It's because it's called an independent variable for a reason, because it's independent of the change. So what you observe, you require that independent variable to be manipulated. So that manipulation is what causes the dependent variable to change. And if you got multiple, how are you going to know which one caused it?
Exactly.
You take them one at a time, right? Any
Yeah, you do
variable.
you do multiple
That's literally
experiments.
what it means, independent variable. 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen to this dumb motherfucker. I didn't have the volume up.
Yeah, you do multiple
That's literally what it
experiments.
means, independent variable. 1.
Yeah.
No, independent variable doesn't mean 1. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, you do multiple experiments. Thank you, Tony Whitcomb, for your £5 super. He says, one massive problem with this globe. No fixed star in the south as it would have to be. I agree. Yeah, because everything's been moving for thousands and thousands of years, yet same stars, same positions, day in, day out, year in.
No, it's not the same positions at all. No. See, we record the stars changing positions over the centuries. So you're dumb. You have not done your research, and as a result, you prove to the world that you're dumb.
Quite insane.
And let's see, if you're in a car, right? You're going down a freeway, real straight, and there's another car beside you, and the person in that car is reading a book. Let's make it a big book with big letters, like a child would read. And you're going the same speed. Can you read the words on the book? You can, can't you? Huh. Even though you're both going down the road at 100 miles an hour, you can still read the words in that book.
Thank you very much, Tony Whitcomb, for your super chat. You rock, man. Appreciate that. But yeah. I mean, how does the globe still have the same stars?
Because space is fucking huge.
It doesn't make sense. I mean,
it shouldn't.
Yeah, moving around at insane speeds all over.
It doesn't, but they will explain to you because they are billions and milliards, whatever, kilometers from the Earth. So the light, there is a delay, and that's why we are seeing the light, which is
already passed.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the explanation.
So we're seeing into the past, apparently.
God damn. Yes, absolutely. Yes, the light you see from any star, from the sun, from anything, is how that thing was in the past.
Apparently. Quite crazy.
How do you do that?
Explanation for everything, but unfortunately, does not involve logic and what we can observe.
Mm-hmm. But how do you do? Who said that? How do you do that?
How do you see back into the past? I'm just curious.
I'd love
You
to
should
know
see-
because I'd be looking through my telescope at last week's lottery numbers.
Well, you see, you just use the telescope, and then you see a light there, and
So do you think seeing last year's lottery numbers would help you right now? Is that what you think, Michael? God damn, the man's too dumb to fucking exist. Seriously, how do you breathe on your own? How does your tiny little mind, how is it able to like allow you to breathe and to formulate words?
then you presume that that light has already expelled
Yeah, like millions of years ago.
thousands of years ago. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
what I
only
think.
reaching your eye now.
Okay, that's a likely story. I'm telling you.
That's why I say atheists are bigger believers than Christians.
I agree.
Majority of the
And so you're
atheists
going to have to take
they
those
believe
people
in the
who
government.
weren't there,
That's the problem.
because at least one of the people who wasn't there suggested that they had been duped and were not actually in Antarctica, that they'd been taken somewhere else. And now he's got to explain how there's some other location in December where the sun never sets.
Maybe it could just be a fake sun. Ever thought of that, Matt? Not that they didn't go to Antarctica. Maybe the sun was faked.
To be honest, if they would really smart, they would use artificial sun. They wouldn't make any dodgy situations, which we have observed in the videos, and they could cheat everyone. But unfortunately, they're not smart enough. Or maybe good for us.
Well, let's put it this way. They tried really hard, but because incompetency got the better of them, they got caught.
Yes.
Incompetency? Really? You think trigonometry is used to calculate time over distance, you stupid fuck.
That's it.
You're about as incompetent as they come.
I don't know how you do that, but good luck to you. We have failed to teach
And you see,
skepticism, to teach critical thinking.
He believes. That's why I say he's a believer. He believes the sun was for 24 hours there.
No, it's been proven.
So that's why I'm saying atheists are bigger believers than Christians.
And you believe that the earth is flat with absolutely zero evidence. So,
Yeah, they got more faith.
Yes.
Atheists have the most faith out of anybody. Just to
Yep.
let you guys know. I mean,
believe-
I stick with it takes more faith to believe there isn't a God than there is a God.
no, it doesn't. You gotta bend over backwards to fucking believe that shit, man. All I have to do is say, I don't believe there's a God. So why are you lying again, Flatzoid? Why can't you tell the truth?
Exactly. 100% agree.
But I think it's more stupidity, though. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it's idiotic. Think about it. Think the logic of this, okay? Who has more to lose? The Christian that dies one day and finds, okay, nothing happened. You know what I mean? Or the atheist that dies one day and thinks, oh shit, I was wrong.
Yep.
I would go with the atheist there.
Definition
Yeah.
of saying this phrase.
West Porter,
That's your
thank you for 10 USD. He says, any of you guys know what's up with Bobby from Flat Earth and Coffee? He's one of my favorite FE channels, but went AWOL like 7 months ago. I was also wondering what happened. I enjoyed his content. He was doing some cool ISS fakery stuff, and then just went quiet. So I don't know what happened to him. But thank you very much for the super chat, Wes. Appreciate it. If anybody has information on it, on that channel, Bobby, let us know. But I did find it odd because he was starting to get wound up with Glowbusters and stuff. And it's from that time that he went AWOL, when he started getting involved with Glowbusters. So we can only speculate what happened.
Thomas Morgan
and to
says
teach
Bobby
good
moved
standards of evidence.
overseas.
Bobby
Yeah.
moved overseas.
That's what Thomas says, yeah.
The other side of the plane. He could have still carried on with his channel there.
They might
Maybe
get
he couldn't
back to
afford to
like,
do
you
it.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe he'll get back to it. We never know. Maybe he's just decided to take a break for a year or two. You don't know.
I don't get that, why people who have YouTube channels and they have followers, you know, why you won't just say, look, I've had enough, I'm moving, I'll not be, you know, I'll be taking time out. Just, you know, just get a short little explanation so everybody I'm worrying.
Yeah.
And it's strange.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't even know if a person has moved on, you know, like passed away or something. If someone
Exactly,
lets
yeah.
know, you don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Bobby, I like the guy, and I hope he does come back to making content again, because I did enjoy stuff.
The very humility that Witsit Gets It was paying lip service to. We need people to recognize science doesn't proclaim truth. Science tests and demonstrates the best models that it most accurately describe.
False.
False.
That's not science. Science is only a method. It's an empirical method.
No, science isn't a method. Scientific method's a method. Science doesn't require the scientific method at all. Scientific method is just a set of loose rules to help people do research better, to help do experiments better. You don't have to have experiments for science. Observation's all you need. See, you don't even know what fucking science is, man.
Which is to either validate or invalidate a hypothesis. That's it. There is no further, it's there to prove or disprove or make accurate models. No. A model is a byproduct of a hypothesis being validated by experimentation and repeatable observation. So this guy doesn't even know what science is.
Most people don't, but
Most people don't, but we do because we're smart.
Reality. And those modules.
We don't understand geometry or trigonometry or physics or chemistry or geology or astronomy, but we're smart. That's what we keep telling ourselves.
Those models are tentative and subject to revision. We fail to teach that while there are lies.
I've got to also say, yeah, that he's correct there that it is subject to revision, but it wouldn't be a scientific model if it needed to be revised, because the
Why? Our measurements only get more precise.
scientific model is literally a validated process from an experiment that validated a hypothesis. It will never change.
No, that's not what a scientific model is. A scientific model is a representation, whether physical, conceptual, mathematical, of a system, object, or phenomenon in the natural world. So you're absolutely fucking wrong. You do not know what you're talking about. Hey, Doug.
If you keep to that hypothesis and experiment, it cannot change. You can create another hypothesis with a different experiment and make a model off of that, but that does not disprove the model that was already there that has been shown to be validated through experiment.
I would say that would be how you get to the
Listen to
truth
the-
of anything, right?
Listen to the dumb fuck trying to be smart.
And now the issue comes like with these guys claiming the globe model is scientific. There is no globe model, and no, there's no science for your shape of globe. If you claim it has to be the globe model predicts this, predicts that, well, a fortune teller predicts too. Does that make the fortune teller scientific?
No, fortune telling is woo. Is fucking not science at all. Is just about as big a fraud as you are. So, try 10 minutes, man. Try 10 minutes this time.
That would be scary.
Or what about The Simpsons? They've predicted quite a few things. Is The Simpsons scientific? No.
It's script.
No, it's just Matt Groening who is Illuminati.
I think
always
because
has
they don't know the
levels.
difference. Yeah, I don't think they know the difference between postdictions and predictions.
You're a fucking idiot. My theory on The Simpsons predicting like Donald Trump coming down the escalator is not that they predicted anything, but that Donald Trump, being the man baby that he is and the immature fuck that he is, saw an episode of The Simpsons and said, I'm going to do that. Because that'll be cool.
And just to be honest with you, with their globe predictions, most of those are just observations they made to fit their model.
Yeah. Let's, for instance, take the Soros cycles.
Observations they made to fit their model. No, that's not how a model works, moron.
Has been cycled, observed for thousands of years. It's been figured out. And by the way, that was done on the flat Earth. Now they've taken it and they've created a formula around it to predict it, quote unquote, on a globe.
No, that's not at all how it worked. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
It's not scientific.
And corruption everywhere in the world. But that doesn't mean there's lies and corruption everywhere in the world. When you say that there's lies and corruption in the government, that doesn't mean every aspect of the government is lies and corruption. And there are mistakes made in science. That doesn't mean everything in science is a mistake. And this notion that, well, if I haven't seen it myself, it's just not true, is a lie. All of us accept countless things that we haven't seen ourselves. It's not until we have some ideological view that blocks something that we even make an attempt to say, well...
Okay, I got to point out. Then Matt Dillahunty, then why are you still an atheist?
Yep. Flat echo question. Is it possible, maybe you know how to do it, to allow post comments under the video, under the stream, during stream still runs? Because I think that people done it before. Do you know how to do it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
Because
sorry,
I want
wish
to drop nice text now, which is great, which I consider as a great explanation and very extremely logical, but it will be too long to speak about it. So I just want to drop it.
Hey, Wes, can I make an analogy right quick about, you notice how you said the government's corrupt, society's corrupt. If you poison one part of a tree, the rest of it will eventually get poison in it and it'll die, right?
No, that's not how trees work.
That would be as logic goes. So if one part of the government is corrupt, it'll eventually corrupt all the government. And if one part of science is corrupt, it'll eventually corrupt the rest of it if it's part of the same institution, right?
No. My God, these people are idiots.
That makes sense?
Well, it's quite well evidenced that all governments are corrupt after what happened back in 2020.
Yeah.
I agree.
That analogy he made is like worth. Like,
but this guy's probably on 20 boosters, like.
Yeah, he could be.
See, that's why you get shut down in Discord for having shit like that in your head.
Oh, you haven't seen it for yourself. This is creationist logic from the get-go. Sending their kids to school so that when they're learning the facts of evolutionary biology, they say,
well, evolutionary biology is not facts. That's not facts. That's
Yeah, it's confirmed. Yes, evolution is confirmed. All the data points to evolution.
Try to lie.
But your Bible says bees are birds. Bats are birds. That's what your Bible says. So I'll believe science. Thank you.
It's a fairy tale. That's what
Yeah,
that is.
evolutionary biology is not facts, Matt, and you know this.
Is evolutionary biology fact? Yes, evolutionary biology is considered a fact, meaning that the process of organisms changing over time through evolution is a well-established phenomenon supported by overwhelming scientific evidence. However, the mechanisms and details of how evolution occurs are still actively studied and refined within the field of evolutionary biology. You dumb motherfuckers.
Look how excited he's got about it, though.
Woo!
Were you there? Okay.
I mean, you just fucking lied, Flatzoid. You just lied.
Jesus died for our sins. Well, were you there?
You don't need to be there to know Jesus died for our sins.
Oh, why? Oh, okay. So you don't have to have evidence for the Bible, but you do for science, right? Right? Is that what you're saying?
That is a fact. There is actual manuscripts for this.
No, there's no archaeological data for Christ at all. None.
And there's a lot of
So there's a manuscript that says that a three-headed Cerberus dog is real and wizards walk the earth. Do you believe those manuscripts? Do you believe Harry Potter? There's a manuscript that said Narnia is real. There's a manuscript that says that the government is monitoring everyone and can control everything, like, the book 1984. Is that true? See, just because there's manuscripts written by liars doesn't mean they're true, Flatzoid.
testimony about this, and a lot of how can I put this?
Oh, testimony. So liars say that it's true? Gullible pieces of shit like you say it's true? Because you want it to be true?
Pythagoras existed. Were you there?
You don't have to be there
Socrates
to know
existed. Were you there?
Yeah.
The same,
But the thing is, we know Jesus because he's there by us today.
No, where? Where's Jesus? Where is he? Point him out. Point him out.
We got the Holy Spirit today.
Point him out. Point the Holy Spirit out.
When it comes to evolutionary biology, is literally just trying to create God of the gaps arguments for everything that they can't fix.
Oh, God of the gaps. You mean like you're God? That you bring an unfalsifiable narrative into a scientific discussion? I mean that God of the gaps? Shut the fuck up, you hypocritical little shit.
Everything they find an issue with, they try and find a God of the gaps argument to make it work.
Mm-hmm. And God and Jesus can be experienced.
No, we have evidence, not God of the gaps. See, all you have is your opinion and your desire for God to be real.
On a personal level, all of those people from the ancient, they can't be. That's for me a tell.
On a personal level, so it's your opinion. You have no evidence, it's your opinion. That's what evidence on a personal level is.
Big difference.
Well, if evolution were real, there'd be evidence for it. And
there is. There absolutely is. There's no evidence for God. None. Zero.
There isn't.
There is nothing.
There's a game over.
Yeah, and he's got a false analogy because there is evidence for Jesus.
No, there isn't. No, there isn't. None. Zero.
Tons and tons of evidence.
Present it. Present it, motherfucker. Show your proof of Jesus. Show your archaeological evidence of Jesus.
Yeah, I just remember the basal well as being one of their links in the evolutionary chain, and how contrived that was. And They just throw things together that don't fit, and oh, it works. No,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't work at all. It's crap.
Yeah. Oh, the words I was thinking of. There's even hostile witness evidence for Jesus.
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
No, there isn't.
and
There is not.
archaeological evidence too.
No, there isn't.
There is not even one single fossil, and we have millions of them, to show organism between two animals, for example. One in between. So from one came another. There is not even one example of that. It's all BS.
Well, let's put it this way. If we want to take his analogy, which is a false equivalence anyway, what is the start of Christianity? Be Jesus, okay?
Yeah.
Jesus was there. The start of evolutionary biology requires a thing called a protocell. There is no such thing as a protocell. It's literally a hypothetical.
Yeah, and if there were so many missing links, they would be so prevalent. You'd be able to see it everywhere. It would be like right in your face if evolution was.
So if there's so many missing links, you should be able to see a missing link. Is what he said. What he just said. Do you know what a missing link is? If you could see it, it wouldn't be missing, dumb shit. God damn, these people are fucking retarded. Holy shit.
Anywhere near true. I think
Mhm.
personally, there's not.
Agreed, Sogs.
You can do that for anything. I wasn't there, but somebody else was. Yes, but you don't know that. You've just got stories and reports.
God, these people are dumb. Oh, it's Sog's going over on his channel now?
We have given people the impression that the only reliable path is to observe something directly. And that's not even a reliable path. You can be deceived. Your senses can be deceived. You can reach the wrong conclusions from what you've directly observed, which is why science isn't just...
Did you just hear that? So you can reach the wrong conclusions from what you've directly observed. So
right, if you think the earth is flat and your observations are, oh, it's flat, you're wrong.
When you look through a telescope in the sky,
hey, you are Victoria,
and say, I think that is a star trillions of miles away. What does that just tell you about your story, Matt? Because the Globey told you that.
It's just a story. That's what it tells me.
Because he applied this logic to everyone else, but not to himself.
Oh, yeah, hypocrite much? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's usually how Matt works, though. Hypocrisy. Quite sad.
Hypocrisy? Hypocrisy? What? What's hypocrisy?
Yeah.
Look, there's the answer. It is a rigorous process of making hypotheses, making sure that they are testable, including falsifiable, doing experiments, having those experiments and results challenged.
Is your test.
Yep, exactly. Wow.
Crazy man, isn't it?
Tested and attempted to be replicated, and then constructing a model that best describes all of the available information. So when we have the new...
Wait, so he's just debunked all this casually throwing the word model around. He's debunked it. Because you need to have done science to come up with a model.
Yep, and there's no science.
Yes, there's science, and we've created the heliocentric model based on that.
I agree with him there. He's right on the money with that.
Yeah, and but like you said, there's no science for the globe. There's no model for flat Earth or globe. So why is he even talking about a model and how it can be falsified? It's like literally jumping the gun.
What a dumb fuck.
New final experiment. And we're sending them to space.
What a desperate, dumb motherfucker.
Space. How are we going to do that? Are they going to film it and stream the entire...
No, Tusk, I can't even imagine being this fucking stupid. I have nightmares. I've woken up in a cold sweat just thinking about how it would be if I lost my fucking mind. Hey, patio furniture.
Entire trip live, but that also won't change people's minds because we have technology that can emulate that and fake it. I mean,
He actually understands that. Well done. Glad he understands that. Thank you, Matt.
Flat, I will send you email, okay? And it's better if you read it than me because you have much better accent than myself. So it's not very long, just a couple of lines, but I think it's really very extremely related to the situation and this video. So in a couple of minutes you get it, all right?
Okay, yeah. I'll read it out when I get it, and we can see what it
Just
says.
read it out loud. It'll be the best way because you sound better than me, definitely.
I'm glad you think so.
Some people say they can't
You both sound silly as shit. So
understand flat. I don't understand that.
Yeah. They think I'm talking French or something.
Huh? If out, it's me that they can't understand.
Yeah, they don't. I get people that tell me I don't understand what you're saying. You're just talking gibberish, and I'm like, what?
proof that gravity doesn't exist. This is Ryan S. You know, the guy that's been begging to fucking debate me every time he's on a live stream and my name's brought up. You know, because I live rent free in their heads.
Okay, so we have 2 glasses of water. One.
I'll be right back. It looks like one's cold and one's hot. So this one's cold. You can tell by the condensation on the glass. This one's warm. So I'll be right back.
Has no salt in it. One has just tap water in it. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to drop this.
So he's going to show relative density. And that proves that gravity doesn't exist.
This egg in there into the one with a bit of water. Let's see what happens. 6. As you can see, there's salt in the bottom there. You can tell there's salt.
Yes, you changed the density of the water. That's what you did.
Stick it in here. What happens?
Yes, you changed the density of the water. Buoyancy is a product of gravity, stupid.
Must have a build up of earwax.
I think that with Michael, it's just you talk to him long enough.
It's like proving that oil doesn't exist by showing a gasoline fire.
You'll understand what he's saying. Once you get to know people, you no matter what they say, their accent.
But people think Michael's PJ and PJ's Michael.
I don't know who those people are.
I don't know how they get that right, because there's a definite different distinction between the two.
Yeah.
The flat mail send.
Yes, Michael is dumb as shit, and PJ is dumber than fuck.
Okay, let's see.
There is a difference.
My perspective is a very logical conclusion.
But both are cowardly little bitches. That's a fact.
Okay. I'm not sure why atheists think God can't resurrect himself. God is not the God of the dead. He is the God of the living. When you truly comprehend what that means, you will literally say, OMG. For example, a software engineer is not bound by the limitations of his own code. As a human, he exists outside of his software. Additionally, if he wanted to, he could program himself inside my game. He could program himself to die in that game, but it is not actually in the game, and he is not actually dead. He is outside of the game. That's not a one-to-one example, because I'm not God, I'm human. So the version of myself in my human-made game is going to be different, and would pale into comparison to God's recreation of my example. But as a gamer and a software engineer, it makes total sense that God is outside of his own creation. Additionally, my protocols are bound by my code, but I am not. I.e., humans are bound by their scope of existence, but God is outside of that scope. He is not bound by the code that he writes. Of course, he cannot make a square circle. I get the next point an atheist would bring up. But that if that's a rebuttal, then you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. 100% concur with that. When I say, this is exactly why I say, remember, God is supernatural. He's not bound by the natural laws he created. Us as natural beings, we are bound by those natural laws. So God is able to be self-created. When it comes to things like evolution...
Oh, okay. So nothing can be created from nothing, except when it's an unfalsifiable narrative that you can't prove exists, right? Fucking gullible fuck.
It is natural, so it is bound by nature. It's bound by natural laws. God's outside.
You mean like gravity? That's a natural law.
Of those natural.
Here, hold on. Is gravity a natural law? Yes, gravity is considered a natural law, specifically referred to as Newton's law of universal gravitation, which describes the attractive force between any two objects with mass in the universe, making it a fundamental principle governing the natural world.
So he's allowed to be self-created. Simple.
I've heard that before.
So your God created gravity, huh?
Well put.
How about
I like
that?
it.
Yeah, we've said that. Thank you, Yanush.
You're very welcome.
Email, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't do it myself, but I know that I have the tools right here on this computer to create a video that appears to be a Earth to the moon and back trip. I just don't have the skills to do it, but somebody did.
You can see the cogs turning in his head.
Yeah, I feel like he's making a lot of sense right now, but he should be really, taking in what he's saying. Like he's basically saying everything could be fake, but that wasn't fake.
Yeah, it's almost to me like he's trying to make sense of it all. Like he knows it's going to be fake, but he's got to believe.
Hey, Kevlar.
Believe it to be real because he's a globe. You understand? So it's like he's trying to convince himself.
It does sound like he's looked at that footage and thought, "Hold on a minute, there's something wrong with this."
It's just cognitive dissonance. That's what it is.
It's interesting. That would be why he's saying things like, "Yeah, we're not there. We can't believe. We can just believe what we want." Because he's trying to make excuses for probably what he's seen. He's obviously seen it's not kosher. And it's interesting.
Does. And as long as that exists, it gives them something plausible to point to, even though it's not actually plausible. They're confusing possible with plausible.
You know it, Real Cygnus. You know I don't have short live streams.
Possible is plausible. I just want to say, is it possible that when you pick up something, it can fall?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Now, is it also plausible if you pick up something, it's able to fall?
Absolutely.
Yes. So it falls in the same rounds of possibility and plausible.
Hey, Drunk Debunk Show.
Sort of fall in the same category.
Exactly. I had to throw the exactly in there. Right, Michael? Exactly.
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 It gives them something that feels plausible to point to deny the reality. Even if you were to put them on the rocket themselves, even if, SpaceX were to take them up, they can interact with people who've been to space. They can see the pictures from space. They can look at other objects in space.
Sorry, photos from where?
From space, dumb fuck.
But that's the thing, though. Like, you or me are never going to get that chance to be put on a rocket to find out, are we?
Yeah, because
You
it
know what I mean?
violates the law of entropy.
Yeah,
so-
I know.
No, it doesn't. Gravity keeps our atmosphere from escaping to space. So when you ignore natural laws, then you look like a dumb shit.
But what I'm saying is, it's just like we were never invited to Antarctica. We'd never been invited.
Yeah, you were. All flat earthers were invited. All flat earthers were invited. So tell some more lies for us, man. Tell us more lies.
To on a Blue Origin or whatever, you know what I mean?
It's exactly the same, yeah.
Look, I'm not supporter of Dirt, whatever is called his name.
Dirt,
yeah, whatever. So, but he used a great example. He was showing, looked like a freaking Earth, supposedly globe. And it was, why you believe it, and so on. And later he said to the guy, just watch it. And he turned around, 180-degree picture upside down, and he shown that was a picture of the sky in his garden, and people thought that is Earth.
Yes, because he said this is the picture of the Earth. And people said, okay, that's a picture of the Earth. And but see, the problem is he keeps doing it, and people are catching on to it. So he just looks stupid. He just looks fucking dumb doing it. But yeah, you can fake anything. Doesn't mean everything's fake.
Then he shown frying pans, and
But when you deny that anything is real because of your bias, then that just makes you look insane.
he was alluding that that those are planets. But later he told them, look, I deceive you with those pictures, and I have 0 fans. But NASA has 65 millions, I think he said, per day. So that was a great point, to be honest. I really like it.
Exactly.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, Dev's put some good stuff out in the past, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
it
always,
just-
even if I disagree with someone 100%, sometimes I watch the videos, and I pick up the stuff which really is important, So I'm not like some people, I don't like this guy, I don't watch his stuff. No. That's closing in your own bubble of thoughts. So sometimes you can really pick up some good stuff from people, even if you disagree with them 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that drunken guy? What was his name? Charles. He was talking about how NASA has to take a lot of time making simulations, and SpaceX just throws rockets at the sky and blows them up. I think he's missing something. Like that, the simulations are them just building a set and making it look real.
You're right. He's missing logic.
Yep. But he actually believes they're actually doing these simulations so they can get to these fairy tale places in the sky.
He never checks what's really behind it, what's the agenda, and so on so far. So he believes he's a believer.
Hey, Professor Vilbo.
That's who he is.
Yeah. I remember he was laughing
so desperate.
It was painful. It's like he thinks it's funny, but it hurts him. Like, because he can't let go of the fantasy that they built up for him. It hurt. There's a lot of people like that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Dillahunty is probably one of them.
Seem to. be concerned that their model for the Earth is the most bizarre, anti-science, unsupported assertion about reality that I think I've ever seen.
What?
What?
So this is why.
What?
Of course it is.
Or as Bev would say, what?
I will tell you why. Because he does not believe in God. So he does not know that in the Bible it's clearly said that the Earth is flat.
Right. Bible doesn't say the Earth is flat. The Bible is an unfalsifiable narrative, and it's not a science book. So
that's why, and all starts with God. People don't get it. All starts literally with God. If you have God, if you are following God, His book, His word, then you can see the picture. But if you don't, you will be very easily deceived.
Oh, so if you're gullible enough to believe the Bible over science, then you'll fall for anything. Is that what you just said?
I think he can grab there's a supernatural in my head. Besides that, everything is natural.
No, there is no such thing as supernatural. It doesn't exist. Those are opinions. There's no such thing as supernatural.
But there's nothing supernatural in Dillahunty's mind at all. He can't use his imagination to think there could be.
And that's all it is. The supernatural is your imagination. Your imagination isn't real. It is to you, but it's not real.
Some ideas are no longer deserving of our attention. People are like, when should you stop investigating? Well, you should stop investigating when there's nothing new to test. We don't need to test the flat earth model again. We've just falsified the model that they had.
Right. We falsified the flat earth model 2,500 years ago.
Oh my word.
No, yeah.
No, you didn't test a flat earth model. There was no model. It was a map. It was a
globe projection that you falsified.
Yeah. Yep. See?
A straw man.
See, they aren't smart enough to know that a map is a model.
Argument with a false dichotomy foundation. There is no falsification of anything other than people's idiotic claims. And it's still not
technically the falsification. Wouldn't that be
Really? Then why don't we teach flat Earth in school if it's never been falsified?
their model? I mean, they told us that we had
technically,
specific models, with a certain circumference.
That's what I've been thinking. Like, if they've falsified a globe projection, then surely they've falsified globe. Surely.
Unfortunately,
no, we haven't falsified the globe. That's why it's the current model, dummy. What are you talking about?
He doesn't comprehend one simple rule. He says now and promotes a statement in the background between the lines. If you read between the lines, science is settled. Move on. Nothing to see here. But science.
No, the science of the shape of the Earth has been settled. We still have a lot more science to discover.
Is never settled.
Sorry for over talking you then, Matt.
No, you're fine.
If they come up with a new model that explains the observations and is consistent with the observations, that will deserve to be addressed.
That's what it is.
And that's the very next time that we should waste any time on flat earthers.
So this whole video he had was actually just him.
Nobody's making him get involved with flat earth anyway, you know what I mean? Nobody's holding a gun to his head and saying you need to talk about flat earth.
No, I mean, everybody knows him for the atheism debate things, not for flat earth. So I don't actually know what he's trying to get at to try and talk about flat earth. Maybe he had one or two trolls in his chat or something. I don't know.
Because even atheists now are losing the grip. And some of them, they are starting to seeing that the earth is not a globe. And then when they see...
What atheists? There are no flat Earth atheists.
That's one thing. When they see that the evolution is not correct, then they maybe think that maybe God does exist. That's what it is.
I mean, that's what
Maybe
happened
they
to me,
should
man.
start looking
I was
for
an
him.
atheist. I was an atheist, and when I started looking into flat Earth and saw how much evidence there was for it being actually flat, that's what brought me back to creationism.
See? Told you.
Yeah, and I've heard so much testimonies of that, and this is why I do think the globe is part of the great deception that gets people away from God.
Yes, three main
And
lies.
that's why it is consensus today, because it's against reality, it's against God's creation.
No, it's consensus because it's been tested. That's why it's consensus.
Look, I said it
Flat Earth has never been tested, and you can't come to any kind of consensus about it.
before.
How pathetic are you guys?
If people would really realize that the government always lies, the science
No.
lies about.
No, the government doesn't always lie. Science doesn't lie. You do, though. You're a lying, shit-stained, anti-Semite piece of shit.
The shape of the earth, evolution, about God, mainly about governments. People figure out the governments are to control them. There would be no governments, and we would become anarchists. But the thing
Yeah, man,
is,
because
we need to have
the governments want us to depend on them.
Yes.
When really we should be depending on God.
Yep.
And once people wake up and realize that, I mean, what would the governments have?
Look,
they would have
before-
no control over anything because we would understand morality. And that's one of the things that everybody
Yes.
overlooks is morality.
We do
You
have
look at
God.
laws.
If you need a book to give you morality, to make you moral, you're not.
There is
What
no
are
base for
written
morality.
laws? What can we do? What can't we do? Oh, we can do this. This is a sin, but we can't do this. That is good works. I mean,
But that's why I usually bring it up to atheists when it comes to morality. They hijack the Christian worldview when it comes to morality, because
No, we don't.
we have a standard for morality and we get it from God.
Yes.
Why do you lie? Constantly. Is God cool with you lying, Flatzoid?
When it comes to atheists, it's back to self-opinion. What is moral or not? So, for instance, Matt Dillahunty can stand next to a John guy, which is a cannibal. He thinks it's okay. It's morally acceptable to kill someone and eat them.
Say, what the fuck did he just say about cannibalism? Actually, cannibalism is not illegal. And the Bible says nothing about it being moral or immoral.
Yes, of course, they can be moral.
When it comes to atheists, it's back to self-opinion. What is moral or not? So, for instance, Matt Dillahunty can stand next to a John guy, which is a cannibal. He thinks it's okay. It's morally acceptable to kill someone and eat them.
No, I don't think he thinks that.
Matt's going to say, no, according to me, it's not. Now, what makes his opinion, more morally based than the guy that said it's morally okay to do that? They got no foundation to base their morals on.
They don't have origin of morals.
and I think really what
I'd like to see Matt Dillahunty debate Flatzoid on this. That would be funny.
comes down to, are you
He already debated him on something.
harming someone, or are you taking advantage of someone?
Uh-huh. That's true.
So when did Will take advantage of anybody or harm anybody when he kept the secret of his surprise party? When did that happen?
Yeah, but if we all stick with God,
We don't wanna
government
waste
loses power, right? So that's the fight. They want to replace God with government.
Look, even a lot of
what I-
Christians doesn't know that the
How do you replace an immortal, omnipotent, all-powerful being with anything? How do you do that? If your God can be replaced by man, your God's worthless.
Before King James Bible, which was released in the 1611, it's clearly said, Geneva Bible, William Tyndale, Ethiopian Bible, it's clearly said that you're supposed to fight against the governments.
And I mean, how can you have how can a book be a rule book for morals when you can interpret it however you want to? How is that possible?
Yep.
And in King James Bible says you have to obey governments. It's a huge difference.
I'm with people who will say,
yes, every version of the Bible says you have to obey the government. Every one.
oh, well, it was faked. It was CGI. It was, they're going to come up with excuse after excuse, none of which they can demonstrate.
That's false.
No, that's absolutely true. None of you motherfuckers have proven that it's fake. You just give your opinion.
Everything we show.
Yes, puny God.
Which is not an excuse, by the way. Of when we see a red flag, we demonstrate it. We explain it.
No, you don't. You make excuses. You give your opinion. You've never demonstrated how it's faked. Never.
Show it wrong. So what?
You show it wrong by saying it's wrong. Okay.
What's he talking about?
None of which are testable or falsifiable. How do you prove that nothing nefarious happened? If we can fake a live stream anywhere, and we can, that will always be the excuse. But until they come up with a new model that explains the observations,
what model?
They are only denying.
The model you should have, motherfucker. If you're going to be in this debate about science, you have to have a model, or you have no argument.
The observations.
And every model, every map, every measurement, right, Fkatzoid? Remember that? Every map, every model. That's what you said, Fkatzoid.
And that is in direct opposition to what most of them suggested they were willing to accept. Present me this evidence and I will, denounce my model.
Yes, that's exactly what you said, Fkatzoid. Are you willing to admit that you're wrong about the flat Earth if they see a 24-hour sun? You said yes.
That's nonsense as well.
That's not true.
How do you announce a model that doesn't exist?
You've created a model, Fkatzoid. When you say that the sun goes overhead, that's a model. Whether or not you want to admit it or not, you've created a model.
And again,
it can't predict anything, so it's a shitty model. Hey, great Shamalama Ding Dong.
We don't ascribe to a model because it's a reification fallacy. We ascribe to reality, observed reality. A model is not reality.
Wait, what?
I didn't announce a model that doesn't exist. And again, we don't ascribe to a model because it's a reification fallacy.
No, a model is not a reification fallacy. Oh my God, they just still don't know what a model is. Oh my Jesus. No, a model is not a reification fallacy. A model is a representation. It's not something that we live in, you dumb motherfucker.
We ascribe to reality, observed reality. A model is not reality. A model is, let's put it this way, a counterfeit of reality.
No, it's not a counterfeit of reality. Oh my God, you're stupid. You really are dumb. So all models of flat Earth are a counterfeit of reality then, right? Because you yourself have said All maps, all models, all measurements. As a matter of fact, unless he's taking it down. Let's go shorts. Was it shorts? Did he take it down? Interesting. He took it down, unless it's a video. Yeah, it was way after this. Was it in videos? Yeah, he took it down. He fucking took it down, didn't he? How about that? Huh? Maybe it was. Maybe he did it live. Maybe he did a little live video. Let's try here. So it was well before the FTFE or the TFE. Yeah, he fucking took it down. He made a video especially for me that explains that all maps, all models, all measurements, right? We remember that, right? He took it down.
Yes, you can have model of, for example, Boeing 747. Does it mean you can fly it?
No.
You can sit in it? You can't.
It's just a counterfeit.
Right, but we can test it. We can test that aerodynamic model. We can test it for wind resistance. We can test it for aerodynamic lift. We can stress test it. We can do a lot of things with it. God damn it, man.
That's not what happens. Some of them drop that model and search for a different one. Doesn't matter how many things we show are absolutely consistent with the reliable science.
Reliable science, okay.
Of the globe model.
There's no science for the globe model.
So
what reliable science?
We can predict eclipses. We can predict hurricanes. We can predict tides. See, it's a predictive model, dipshit.
He's speaking about scientism, but he doesn't know.
I would like Matt Dillahunty to give us one scientific hypothesis and experiment for the globe.
They'll struggle.
Come up with a better model. They should get less attention than the guy standing on the street corner with a sandwich board saying the end is nigh.
Ray tracing is so 2000. It's so 1999.
Because they don't have anything more to test. And until they do,
there are so many quicker, faster rendering engines out there that use other things other than ray tracing.
Got bigger issues. So, in some respects, at least until there's a way to get them to acknowledge and go to space, or if they come up with a new model, this is definitely the end of flat Earth testing. Everything else.
Wow. Well, that was it. Interesting.
I told you.
Just a lot of nuh-uh, a lot of excuses, a little bit of slander, just dumb fuckery as usual. Yeah, they're dumb. And again, this dipshit said that, yeah, independent variable means there's one. Holy Jesus. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I won't bore you with the rest of it. Actually, 10 minutes. We'll let it go.
He will get to this conclusion before you watch
Hey, Spanky.
it.
His parents must be cousins. His family tree doesn't branch.
So predictable.
Yep. It kind of sounds to me like he's just trying to cope.
I think he's just jumped on bandwagon for some extra views. Like,
I think he's trying to keep people in atheism.
Maybe someone bothered him. One of his.
See, an atheist has to fight against flat Earth because anybody in the right mind realizes that if Earth's flat, it's created. That's a big problem for your atheists. They've got to fight against it. And yeah, there is some globe believers who believe in Christ, but
yeah, like 90% of them. And maybe I don't know what percentage of Christians are globe believers, but I guarantee, yeah, it's probably about 99% of Christians are globe believers. Just the dumb fuckers who think they're smarter than everyone think that it's flat. I mean, why do you think there aren't any flat Earth universities? Why do you think that is there, Flatzoid? There's no flat Earth universities, no flat Earth high schools, no flat Earth grade schools. But there are Christian high schools, grade schools, and universities that teach the heliocentric model, right? I wonder why that is. Are all those people evil Satanists?
It's more easy for an atheist to believe in globe. You know what I mean?
So what did he achieve by creating this video?
He annoyed me.
With us, nothing, but with atheists, because plenty of them keep him as a guru in their heads, so they won't even entertain the possibility looking into the flat Earth.
We have looked into the flat Earth, and it's horse shit. It's bullshit. It doesn't match reality.
That's what he did.
I mean, what part about doesn't fucking match reality don't you fucking understand, man? I mean, for instance, the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, the flat Earth does not match reality at all.
Maybe that's what separates us from the rest of society, is that we don't actually trust authority.
See, that's the whole deal. That's all flat Earth is. Just people who don't trust authority. They don't trust any authority. If the government said the Earth is flat, these motherfuckers would be arguing for a globe. Guaranteed.
And we can think for ourselves and step back and say, hey, I might be wrong. Because,
dude, when I first learned Blender, it didn't even have ray tracing. Didn't even have an undo function. Imagine how fucking frustrating that shit is. Especially with a program that only allows you 10,000 polygons and crashes if you blow on your screen wrong.
because that's one of the biggest things I see. No one wants to say they're wrong.
Yes, science is never afraid to say they're wrong. Say it's wrong. No scientist is afraid to say they're wrong. If you're wrong, that means you learn. If you're wrong, that means your science isn't correct, and you need to rethink it. Flat earthers never admit they're wrong, ever.
because for a lot of people it's diminishing.
I mean, TFE is a good example of that.
That they can admit that they've been wrong, they've been lied to, because they think it's beneath them. No. If you learn that you have been lied to, you can learn from it. And you can look into the...
But you've not been lied to about science, assholes. You've not been lied to. Some dishonest piece of shit convinced you that you've been lied to.
details and small
And you fell for it. Like the dumb fuck you are.
things, and pay attention. And next time, they won't be able to so easily cheat you and lie to you.
I think that's one of the big things, which my dad, I came out as a flat earther, man, back in, I think it was 2015. Started telling my family about it. Of course, they thought I was crazy at first. My mom came around pretty quick, but my dad here recently, he's starting to slowly wake up.
Man, that's just bad genes.
He's been one of the hardest people to actually get to. It wasn't, well, the last few years and everything that's been going on, with the whole, sea thing. That, I think that really pushed my dad over the edge. Like,
Yeah.
seeing,
That's
how
amazing.
controllable the rest of society was and how everybody was, just
Your entire family is an example of garbage in, garbage out.
mindlessly just trusting what the government said, trusting the science. And
But I want to bring this guy Sunday, to the...
You know what you do every time you use a cell phone? You trust the science. Do you ever worry that your cell phone just won't fucking work one day? Just, I don't know. I can't even trust my phone because it might not work. Or your computer.
The stream.
The guy I don't trust.
Do you have to personally build your computer to make sure it isn't controlled by the liars to use it?
Didn't trust him?
No.
Why?
Shane St. Pierre, he pushes a lot of things like ether and
right, get you.
electric acceleration stuff.
Okay.
Some of the things I do agree with him though.
Yeah, he speaks a lot of facts, but the ether, yeah, that's a dodgy thing. Yeah, so.
But there's a lot of things he
dielectric acceleration
does push. That's literally a Witsit.
Got you.
Thing.
Dielectric. Let's go definition. In physics, a dielectric is an insulating material that doesn't allow electric current to flow through it. That's what a dielectric is. So how can you have a dielectric acceleration?
And he seems to be very joined at the hip with Witsit and his arguments. So.
Okay, get you. He's very into flat Earth. That's what I know. I was speaking with him before, a couple of years ago when I was starting my journey on the Odyssey. So yeah, he was even helping me create some intros videos.
Just want to say thank you guys again. Thank you. Just hit the.
Yes, I agree with you. Real Cygnus. The evolution of graphics has been awesome to observe, and we've been there. I have. I don't know about you younger kids, but I've been there from day one.
Likes, share the show. It really does help the show to grow, guys. You are awesome. Woohoo!
These guys are fucking retards. Oh my god. They can't face facts. They can't face reality, so they have to make this made-up little fiction world they live in. They choose Narnia. They keep saying, "Oh, you're living in Narnia land." Dude, we understand reality. You deny it. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This will be it. I'm not gonna torture you any longer. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.